I'm not capable of this sinister bank shot, sort of unhappy, oh man, I wish my team could lose. Like, I question fandom sometimes when people are like, well, it's all about 3 years from now. It's all about, like, all that it counts, really, in this world is the here and now. It's what we have. You know, you don't know what tomorrow is going to look like, but you have now. If you can't relish a win, particularly from a team that you love, that doesn't win very often, in the moment, in an exciting way, what are we doing here? Why are you watching? For the hypothetical hope that in 3 years' time, well, if they had lost that game, they'd have taken that quarterback who they wouldn't have ruined that they always ruin. And I'm sorry, I am not Nostradamus. I can't look into the future like you guys can, apparently. All I can do is see what's in front of me, and what I saw in front of me was a win, and I'm happy when my team wins.
Entering the Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, Week 14 picks against the spread, Cust corner, all the rest in between, but we need your help. So listen to me, peoples. We lost the master list for this year's Custies, so we're coming back up off the top of our head of what was nominated, what some of the contenders are. So in the comment section this week, if you have anything that you would like to nominate for the Custies to make sure that we didn't miss anything, and bonus points if you tell us what show it was in so we can cut the clips and run those during the Custies this year, that would be very helpful, as would smashing the like, subbing to the channel, all that fun stuff. Geoff, I'm very excited for the rest of your list this week.
Yeah, a lot of great feedback on my list. A lot of comments I saw, like very normal list, very sane list. Refreshing to see such a normal and, sane list on the show. So that was nice. And I've been honestly, I've been excited to share it with you guys, the rest of it.
Yeah, it's a bit of edging. It's been a week, and you've been having to hold on to it. It'll all be fine. The coin is here. Dayton and Jared are here, and someone who probably has an insane list is Tim Cust.
Cust.
Not my name. No, I don't. I actually don't have a list tonight. I've decided we've sort of gone through that cul-de-sac as far as we can go for a while, and it's best to just, break into new patterns.
Is it shocking that the reintroduction of lists really put you behind the eight ball?
Well, it's funny. I spent many months hearing from various people in person and online about how you used to have all these lists. Where are your lists? Why don't you have lists? And I said, okay, well, I'll sharpen the pen and I'll come out and I'll do with some more lists. And, there was mixed reaction, to put it mildly. And I thought that last week sort of like tied it back up quite nicely. And I figured, okay, that's we're done with that now.
Should we get an end of the year list?
I guess we could do another list at the end of the year, but I don't know.
The people demand lists?
Well, do they? Because there are some people I understand who hate the list.
Who hates lists?
People who don't like my lists.
Oh. Well, Geoff has a list, and I'm curious to hear what the top 5 things you hate about the NFL are. If you missed the first 5, they were last week. This week, you got the final 5. These are the big ones. Is it Tony Romo? Because I saw you tweeting about him.
Yeah, so there's a bit of an amendment. Like, Romo has to join Al Michaels at 9. And fact of the matter is, he might be the tier 1, worst premier. Geez, it's really tough. But I almost want to put him at worst place because he's not old. And it's clearly, you can tell he's not even fucking trying. He puts no effort in. At the beginning of his career, it's well documented that, I don't know what they call him, edgy, but he was predicting the plays, and you could just sense a great level of familiarity with the league. He was just out of the league, so he knew a lot of players, coaches, league-wide personnel, felt very connected to it. He got paid, and he's sort of like me in college. I go into tests fucking naked. I might have not even gone to class for the last 6 weeks, and it's exam time. And it's time to write that shit. Ever she goes, she goes. And my natural talents, would take me where they take me. And he just he is just not prepared for games. And just, watch your legs, Josh. Ooh, he almost got him, Jim. Jim. Watch your legs, Josh. It is. I was only watching that game in bits. It was very behind schedule, despite starting at the same time of the Chargers game. The Chargers went to halftime, and I feel like I was still before the 2-minute warning there. Watched a bit, would flip to it, commercials, And every time I went to it, like he was just horrible at his job. And he sucks. And
Oh,
credit
Geoff!
to Tom Brady, who I bash a lot. But we acknowledged early in this season we could sense an improvement. And now we're like into double-digit weeks. And it's like, holy shit. By the time the playoffs, he might be like the clear third guy. Because I think we all agree Aikman and Olsen are like a definitive gap ahead of everyone.
Olsen's a definitive gap above everybody.
Sure. And then Aikman is almost like alone in T2. And
Collinsworth is right there with him.
Collinsworth, he can be annoying, but for the most part, he's background noise and he's really good at his job. So I think he's, probably you're right. But then the next spot, like it could be anyone's. And it might be Tom's already. And Brady might be Romo might be the worst. Like he's realized he's got all this money. He can get by just like being an ex-quarterback and friends with Nance. And I don't know about preparing, but you could just tell how like that Thanksgiving like game, Brady was amazing. He has gotten so good. And at the beginning, I guess it'd be tough because he's just learning it, but he's good at everything he does. And you could tell he's like getting the hang of it. Like he knows he's got to be in and out in like 12, 15 seconds. Sometimes he even brings in a joke and gets out. Like he's getting really good. And I mean it. By the time we get through the playoffs, we might be like, holy shit, like Tom Brady's excellent at this shit.
Well, Romo is not, you say he's not as prepared. The U.S. Open's not going to qualify for itself. You know, he's got work to do.
The biggest difference between them, and I still like Romo because I like Romo. And
I like him, yes.
That's his entire thing. People like Romo.
Yes, he's very likable.
He has a natural charisma.
And he doesn't call any of my games, so I don't have to worry about it.
Got to do the nonstop, like not making weird noises is good. If in between you're telling us about like birds fucking in nests in your backyard. Like he's not crazy enough to not be that good, if I'm making any sense.
Yeah, I guess the difference would be it is very clear that Brady has put in a lot of work in this to get better. Mm-hmm. But he still strikes me as someone who would walk into the booth and be like, hey, KB, I wrote down 5 amusing anecdotes I can share during the show this week.
Good work, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, TB, we'll get that in there.
Like he has, there's obviously a magnetism to Tom Brady for being a leader, but he has no like outward charisma, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt, Pat, that he's got like a ball knowing like joke writer writing him some lines. I have no doubt about it. That's fine. Use your resources. But there's like moments, I don't know, there's a couple like Wicks catches and he breaks them down like so good. And then making like Branch to Branch in the Lions secondary, you know, makes like a Rodney Harrison, call back into like certain roles when like watching a replay. I love that shit. Anytime he wants to like call back to how it affected like that Patriots dynasty, anything he sees, that's the shit like I love. I'm not there for your like veneer smiley face, beautiful suits. I'm there for like Brady, the greatest fucking ever. And don't get, and I'm, we're done. We're done talking about the other stuff. The other stuff, everyone knows how I feel. Do not even need to go there again. Other than to say, he was at Michigan on Saturday at the Michigan game. People noted was not at Raiders Chargers. He is trying to distance himself from that fucking shithole right now.
Will he take all the credit when it starts going right?
Yeah, but he'll probably be responsible if it goes right, because when they like empty that thing out, and they're not going to fire Carroll, but he'll like just be like a team advisor. Certainly not a promotion because you're head coach, but it's not going to be like a firing. But they thought they only needed a guy to like hold the line there for a couple years because they had something going. I'm sorry, I watched it. They're the worst team in like the league. Like they're the worst team in the league coming home.
Yeah, you got to watch more Titans games, my man.
It's a toss-up every week between the Titans.
Did
and the
you
Raiders.
watch much of the Sunday Night Football game?
I did watch more of it than I expected to.
Were you impressed that Chris Collinsworth stole how you say
It's how-
Mariota?
he pronounces it the way the name is pronounced.
Is it? Because they really could not figure out where to land on this
I was just more
pronunciation.
frustrated that it's Sunday Night Football.
Tim is going through like preseason shows to find transcripts to like call me out at the end of the year. Good for him. This is his vindication.
No, thank
Congrats, man. You called like the Patriots. Like, congrats. You're right about a preseason pick. You'll make no money on it.
Not just right about the Patriots, right about who the best quarterback in the
sure,
division is going to
and
be.
you know what?
Someone's going to win
call
the
up
MVP.
the Bills, maybe you're right too. Sure. So you'll get credit for it. But I see you're like so far and dead last in our preseason team draft.
Am I ever? Boy.
So who knows what you knew in the preseason. That being said, this is like a decades-long vindication for you.
Yes, it is.
That on Sunday Night Football,
we don't know if it's correct or not.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is enough. This is enough.
Even if they're wrong on that broadcast, it's still a full vindication for Tim. Even if Tim was a normal person, he would see it as a full vindication. But Tim will take like one message from a burner account who's just trolling him as a vindication for one of his points. So this making the broadcast for the full game is almost like his greatest moment in some ways.
It's a great moment, and I appreciate your kind words. They're well deserved.
Would it have been better if he called him Mariota-san?
No,
Like how you pronounce it?
No, I don't pronounce it like that.
You don't add it on the son, but you do say it very Japanese.
Mariota,
Mariota.
which is how Collinsworth and Tirico were saying it.
Well, Tirico like half the time. He was getting caught in
I
between.
was surprised at how good of a game that was. That was like Washington emptied the arsenal. That's all they had left. And they gave a great game on Sunday night. I thought the game probably should have been flexed.
Sometimes at this point of the year, some of these really shit teams
give you a game you don't
like
expect.
A game that super exceeds their baseline. I think a lot of us, myself included, might have tricked ourselves into thinking the Giants might have done that also.
Yeah, that was me. I thought that didn't happen.
Had they played the good quarterback on their roster, they probably could have competed in that game. But they didn't.
All right.
Jared, yes.
Question. Geoff, you mentioned during exams that it's not one of your natural talents. Something wasn't natural. Could we get a definitive list of your 5 best natural talents?
Okay, that would have to take
Not paying attention at live sporting events. He's got a talent for that.
Multitasking, doing shows on your phone, driving on your phone.
I
It's all
am
there.
literally like I don't have like a tablet here, and it's easier for me to see my phone than the screen. And there's like 15 games, so I'm usually just looking at the games and confirming numbers when my head is down. But let's riff this list. The second half of the list, as Pat said, it's in the first half. You'll like this part, so you'll want to see the second. This is my list. It's not easy making a list of things you don't like about the NFL when you love the NFL. This should probably be lower, but for me, it's coming in 5. And there should just be more. The league should invest more. And if you want to take over Europe, which European games weren't even on, and take over the world, since you fully have taken over America with like 93 of the top 100 broadcasts, you can give back a bit more. And the ultimate give back isn't even part of this. But it's just refs and grass. And I'm not like a stickler for it, but there's no reason almost that they just shouldn't have like the best grass, and some of it should be outlawed. And I think a lot of it is probably because of like multi-purpose facilities who want to have concerts, but like just tech. Let's just check it with like refs full-time job. I think the refs are amazing. So I don't even know if they had full-time jobs that they would be better, because there'd still be like 4 or 5 plays a game they fuck up. That's just how it would go. That's just the math of it. But like cars, I don't even know. Cars can drive themselves, although sometimes into like obstructed police barricades
Or into curbs if you're
some of these
driving them.
Waymo videos. Or like police standoffs, like guns out standoffs. There's just a Waymo driving through. The cars can drive themselves. The ball can be spotted better. Like there's just 2 old guys who get seniority. One guy's giving you the spot you want. Another guy might not be giving you the spot you want. So we can keep it at that. That's a simple one. Some people should say it should be lower. You want to address it, or we could just move on.
I don't know that I quite understand the point.
He wants better refs and better turf.
Just like invest in the
Pay
league,
them.
like get more money. Like the league is the mammoth. You're now trying to take over the world. They should just invest more back in like the little things.
Okay. Well, I certainly think the turf is in some cases very bad. My team plays on disastrous turf.
What happens?
But
with,
like some stadiums can't abide grass.
well, what happens
long-term.
with MetLife? Like, can you have grass there in the middle of December?
Well, Soldier Field does.
I suppose so.
Okay,
Like,
but an amendment then,
can.
Pat, for any new stadium, like has to have a certain thing.
But if you have a fixed dome like the Vikings do,
You can grow
So
grass
then you do what
indoors.
Arizona does.
Yeah, that's not. It's
And
not
if you
fun.
wanna
Arizona
build
is
a new
the desert,
stadium,
and you
have
can
to
roll
have
the
these
grass out.
technologies that we see out of Europe.
If you're in like Detroit or Minnesota where you don't have a retractable roof and you can't in December roll the grass
If
outside,
you want to
get
build
sun.
a new stadium, you've got to build like the underground grow domes.
Yeah, I
That's-
suppose Real Madrid has that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We saw that from the Madrid game.
2 separate pitches. It's awesome.
But we also know that you can have like drug facilities inside. So there's enough hydroponic material that you can grow some
Yeah,
grass if you
Tim.
really need to.
And you
I'm
know
fine
what,
with turf if it's good turf.
Tim, I don't know what it is. Obviously, you've like this combination of haircut and shave. It's throwing me off. Man. Like you look cleaned up. I don't know whether you look this way like so rarely that like I'm now being thrown off, but it looks good, man. What was it? Just a shave and a haircut? What
That
happened?
is precisely what it is. A shave and a haircut.
Big high reviews.
It's holiday party season. Gotta tighten up, right? I got an
guess.
appointment next week. Yeah.
Every now and then I say it's good for your face to to give a complete shave.
I shave every day.
Well, no, and like that's fine. But for people who like I often will sport facial hair, it's good every now and then to give a complete shave.
Positive reviews from the Sunday
Well,
night show.
I
You're
appreciate that.
dapper. You're wearing a nice colored shirt.
Well, thank you. I appreciate. I mean, all this list is doing is resulting in me getting credit, and I don't want it to stop.
Yeah, so let's go to number 4, Geoff.
Okay, number 4, and this is like I guess any pro sport, and this should be lower. For on my list, you could argue this could be like a podium, but it just misses. It just misses. It's that fucking Ruben, that Rat Fink Ruben and Fanatics. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, old man yells at cloud. It used to be so much better. It used to be so much better before them. You two, you got nothing to say. I think you grant that I have full autonomy on this one because I know it. I know it well. I know it well. I know this merch game well. These guys are fuck up after fuck up after fuck up, and their monopoly on it is just a disaster. Look at this great shirt. I brought a prop, right? It's like you could barely see it. I like it, but it's just like black on black, high-end brand, Chargers, Pro Standard, great patching. That's what I love about this company. Great patching, but Fanatics took it over. Den Distributes. Look at that beautiful patch. Okay, one more patch. Oh, what's this patch on my Chargers shirt? Oh, I don't know if I can show it to you. Is that an Arizona Cardinals helmet?
Looks
Yeah,
like
it is. Yeah, it is. You can't see it because it's beautiful and
Oh,
glossy.
yeah,
and
no, I can
everything.
see it.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what the problem is? I have some shit shipped to the States and I don't like see it within the return window. Like it doesn't even get into my hands. Anyhow, it's just fuck up after fuck up. Why would you buy like the t-shirts that they make now? Even like just as an example, the generic like Jay's win a division shirt or something from this past year. It's also fucking cheap and ugly that for like the $80 they want for a shirt, you're better off spending like $100 on something awesome vintage because their shit's ugly. So you just may as well, if you're spending a fortune, spend a little more and get something that's actually good. Because they suck. They suck. And the shit that I buy my nephew, it sucks. I could show you how a jersey's supposed to be made. So the Fanatics monopoly is just ruined, is just destroying every sport because they got their hands everywhere. So fuck them.
Would
Ready for the
you
podium?
Would you change your opinion if I got you an invite to one of those Reuben Summer white parties in the Hamptons? Are you sure?
No. I tell him to his face. And I'm well behaved at nice places. You laugh, but I go to these places sometimes. Like, no.
Number 3.
The old merch was better. I remember it was like a few years ago. It's probably more than a few years ago now. I really liked the year that everybody had the ball caps that had that one streak down the right-hand side that was a different color than the rest. It a really cool hat. I really like.
Well, I mean, they do good in terms of like there's uniformity.
This year's hat
across
was
the league.
really bad with the little tiny baby logo in the center, and it was like hard to distinguish what it was.
Oh, this year's sideline hats.
I did not care for those
You know,
little.
I like the toques.
The toques are
I
fine.
might have the greatest Chargers toque collection in the world. I should take a picture once. I might have like a toque from every year from like the. Anyhow, I am the authority on this topic, and it sucks. My wife like wants me to buy something for my son, and I'm like, listen, honey, like I haven't ordered anything in a really long time because it sucks. So we'll see. We'll see. I just go to my mom's house, find some of my old shit. Oh God. Okay, ready for the podium?
Yep.
Some of it might be obvious, or it all might come out of nowhere. I don't know. Number 3 is the tush push. This thing sucks. And I say it as a team who, with a healthy quarterback under center, excels at running this play. 3rd and a half, 3rd and a yard, 4th and a half, 4th and a yard. Like, we get it. We can get it. We can pull it off. But they don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't know how to officiate it. And it sucks. It's like I hate in the CFL where like it's the 3rd down just because they line up a yard off the ball. So like 3rd and a yard, 3rd and 2 yards, 3rd and 1. It's like a freebie. It's just so stupid. I hate the rule. I hate the play. They can't officiate it. Props to the Packers for trying to get rid of it. Hopefully the rest of the league gets on board. The Chargers weren't one of the teams to vote it out. I would encourage them to vote it out.
I like seeing some of the other like random goobers on each team who have to do the tush push because they don't want to put like Lamar under center. So Mark Andrews has to do it. And there's no Sam Darnold who does it. It's AJ Barner.
So you'll like Monday with the Chargers, especially if Herbert doesn't play, because it'll be like Lance or Conklin. I went some digging, Tim. I was right. Conklin ran some old tush pushes for the Jet.
Like, I don't like the play because I don't like the idea of someone assisting the runner in any way. It's against the rules to pull someone across the line, and it should be against the rules to push somebody across the line as well. That goes back to like the Bush push that should never have been allowed to happen and stole a national championship from Notre Dame. And like ever since then, been soured by the idea of someone assisting the running back across the line. It shouldn't be allowed. I would ban it. But the fact that it has been very unsuccessful with a lot of teams this year makes me think it's just a fad, and maybe it'll burn itself out here pretty quick.
No.
It's like the new Wildcat.
It could be. I mean, people say the NFL is a copycat league. It really isn't because most teams don't do all the same things. But like the teams that have tried it, most have been unsuccessful with it. But Geoff is 100% right. It's very difficult to officiate. And for that reason alone, you could ban it because people are jumping offside. But then again, how many times did we watch in that game on Sunday where the left tackle just kept jumping offside for the Texans over and over again, and they called it once? Like, I don't know. I don't like the rule. I don't like the play, but I would ban all assisting of the runner physically in every circumstance.
It gets into a tricky.
And that might be the way they have to ban it.
But it gets into a tricky situation. Like if you have a dive up the gut on the goal line, everyone just kind of crowds into one spot. Like, how do you then determine, are they helping?
No different than they determine whether you're using someone for leverage on a field goal. Everyone's crashing to the center, but
sure, but there's a very defined thing that you can't do there. If all of a sudden, like, I don't know, you could. Offensive linemen do pull and push their guys in.
The impetus of the runner can't be given from somebody else on purpose. That has to be the rule.
Number 2, Geoff.
So this is like a parlay of factors, but I think standing alone, I would probably have the current state of field goal kicking on here, but it'd probably be lower. But when you parlay it with the new kickoff rule, I fucking hate it. I hate it. You're just one little blood dump screen pass from a field goal. I like the new kickoff rule. I'm not against it. But parlayed with how easy kicking has become, unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. I don't even know. Like, there should be portions of the game where field goals aren't even allowed.
Or worth less.
Or I don't know. Like, they're just too easy. Apparently, they let them use easier kicking balls. Get rid of that.
That's a solution.
I would say make the goalpost more narrow, but that's probably a logistical problem for all the posts that are up, the millions of posts up in schoolyards. But it's just
Big Post is just waiting for that day to come through. Oh, you need new goalposts, do you?
Well, I mean,
posts. But
kicking's so easy these days, you don't even have to make your kick for it to count.
Pat,
Yeah.
like they are against. They got rid of the extra, or they moved the extra point back because it was just boring, pointless television. That's essentially what a no-win 49, 50-yarder is now.
People like the long field goal. I'm sorry.
I don't think it's
People like it.
entertaining when it goes in at a 93% clip.
I think people love it. It leads to more scoring. It leads to more kicking, which I think is a good thing. Like, kicking is a part of football that you can't take out. They've brought kicking more relevant in with the kickoff. You're seeing more field goals kicked. You're seeing longer field goals kicked. I'm sorry. I get what you're saying.
Why did they move the extra point from the 1 yard line?
Because it was a boring play. And they wanted to induce people to go for
field goal outside of wind.
And I think they wanted to induce people to go for 2 more often as well, which they have. You see it a lot more because the penalty on the extra point now always leads to people going for 2 if there's a penalty. I get what you're saying. And I would be on board with removing the kicking
field goal
balls.
Attempt, Tim, used to come from like a failed drive.
Yeah, if you were at the 35-yard line,
it was like you tickled your nuts a little, you didn't get it home, you got into field goal range, and you were afforded this opportunity to get some points. Now it's like a 1st down and a half, and you are like plotting
I am concerned it's a bit arena football-y, the way that some of the games are going, with the amount of like back and forth scoring.
The kickers are so good. They've perfected this shit like golfers and TrackMan. Like, the kicking has become a sports science, and credit to them. But it's just they've made it they're too good, and they've made it too easy, and it's boring. And maybe I'm in the minority on that, but and the tush push, these field goals. I got a kicker who can kick a 58-yarder straight as an arrow.
So do you believe in golf? They should be rolling the ball back. They should be
all of it.
And more importantly, making the drivers smaller and less forgiving.
We are in an era
that's fine with me.
We're in an era that history will look back on as like the steroid era in baseball. The golf equipment steroid era, it's going to be mocked. We're going to be grumpy old men having to defend Scotty Scheffler. Oh my God, look at it. It's all from the steroid. Not that he, I mean it. Like, what a travesty that's taken, hold of golf.
So I support, I think you're being very consistent there. So that's fine. I too think they need, like in hockey, the goalie's pad sizes need to be reduced. In football, I think the kicking balls are too easy to kick and it happens too often. I don't know how you solve the problem though. How do you solve it?
Balls.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm on board with that. I don't think you get a lot of pushback on that, is to not allow them to have their own balls.
Well, I don't know. You got a lot of teams with guys that rip 60-yarders stress-free now.
Yes.
How many field goals of over 60 yards have actually been made this year?
5, but
7, 8. I don't
50
know.
yarders. See, 50 yarders used to be entertaining. They're not entertaining anymore.
Yeah, when it was a 50-50 proposition, it felt
best. At best, yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it. There's still a risk to kicking them because you're giving away like big time field position. But they're just going in at a clip that is absurd. And most of these things are clearing the bar. There's no way that Jets kicker should have been able to make that kick outdoors on Sunday.
Particularly since he missed one short from a shorter distance earlier in the game.
Maybe you just need to inject more of the Giants kicker into our lives who chunked his kick.
Oh, I hate that guy. That guy missed game-winning kicks the first 2 games of the Anthony Lynn era. I fucking hate him.
And then
he went to Atlanta and was amazing and got paid. I hated him the most then.
Well, what's number 1 on this list?
So this goes back to
Kenneth Murray.
Tom Brady.
No, I had supplemental information here that I can't find, but maybe we'll just use Tim's brain.
Okay.
And this one might be a surprise or maybe something whatever. Let me just get into it. The ultimate investment that the league could and should make as they attempt to take over the world,
Bitcoin,
is a now greater investment, as they are like America's game. Long ago, they became America's pastime. It's so cemented and stapled that they should cement it and staple it by giving back more into player development. They fugazied the rules a few years ago for the extra man on the roster that could be anyone you wanted. They used to make teams dress 3 QBs, and just because you always had a guy around, they got to develop. Now that extra roster spot, they can let it be anyone. So teams just choose, I'm going to dress an extra O-lineman, I'm going to dress an extra corner. Like, they're just trying to win the day. Player development is not on the coach's mind. But I'm going to cite my friend Tim Anderson, Football, a Sport Encyclopedia. Look at when player development was at its highest in the league. Look at the quarterbacks who got into the Super Bowl between like 1999 and 06. Like the amount of development. And I had a list that I can't find. I had it last week. But, Kurt Warner, Jake Delhomme,
Trent Dilfer,
even Matt Hasselbeck was a 5th round pick.
Tom Brady.
Help me out, Tim.
Yeah, you have Tom Brady. You have
Tom Brady.
Who is that? Brad Johnson?
Brad Johnson.
That's not really. I don't even need to use that one for my case.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins to a degree. Rich Gannon, though he'd been around for a long time.
Kerry Collins was what, the first pick?
No, I don't think he was Was he?
But even like Tommy Maddox, helped lead Seattle, that Pittsburgh team, to that Super Bowl.
No, that wasn't that
was
year.
Ben. That was Ben. Maddox was the year before that. They got eliminated in the second round.
Who did Ben replace that year? Maybe it was Maddox.
It was Maddox, but early in the year. Very early in the year.
Yeah, but Maddox was, he played, one game?
Rex Grossman went to a Super Bowl.
This is true. McNabb.
McNabb was at
McNabb
was at the top.
Picks.
I'm just trying to think of the quarterbacks from that era who made the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's talking about lower.
I'm
lower
like
tier
they
ones.
came from all different places. Now they just come from the same place,
Chris Chandler.
which is
Chris
the first
Chandler.
round. So I don't know why. And offensive linemen too. The offensive line regression around the league, it's just impossible for any of these guys to get live reps. They have a free feeder system in college.
Hold on. Do you think that it was better player development then, or people are better evaluators now? That these guys don't slip to the spots that they slip to, they would just be picked
it's probably a bit of both. But I don't know how there's not a spring league somewhere in the world that doesn't have NFL affiliation where they can get guys fucking reps. And it's a smorgasbord of who plays where.
I think it's just too violent, Geoff.
It's a real league that's got NFL affiliation. One of those, be it XFL or whatever they're trying to do. You could send in your Stenson Bennett's or whoever, your third guy that you want live bullets. So when they come, the product isn't fucking dog shit. And get everyone live bullets. Quarterbacks, offensive line, the most needed.
You're not wrong. Like someone like this week, like Broseph could definitely have profited from having played in like a G League like.
I mean, he may have been profited by not playing at the University of New Hampshire too.
That's not wrong. The problem again is a logistical one. That football is so violent
and so expensive too.
Yeah,
and those leagues exist.
They do, but the UFL.
So you don't have to bear on the whole cost.
No, but just even to say, like,
and
if there's someone that you actually liked as a real prospect, you would never send him to one of these other like minor-esque
Not
leagues.
A real prospect. No, I get it. You're not sending your
like
first or second
rounder.
Round picks there. You're sending like the practice squad guys there.
I think you'd also, if you wanted to do that, I think you would have to open the draft up to like 13 or 14 rounds. And have a lot more prospects, a lot more picks, and a lot more people to send to this league.
Squads up to like 10 more spots, and maybe you would have to add a couple rounds on the draft, or instead of undrafted free. Like, I'm just saying, you don't need a 30-team league. Like, this can be like a 6-8 team league. I'm just shocked the NFL hasn't taken a spring league, and they don't have to run it or take all the expense on their own, piggybacked off partnered with The Rock or something, and could get guys, and how much like that league affiliation would help it in terms of like people caring to watch or the gambling aspect of it. And it's just money. Like, why? They just have college football. They've got practice squads. Why make the investment? And I'm saying is you are like officially long ago you became the most popular thing in sporting culture in America. You could give back in more ways. Now you can invest more back in instead of like kids fucking flag football.
I
Why
would think that,
flags?
especially if it was a third or fourth quarterback on my team, I don't know what, there's the live reps portion of it that I do agree with, but if you are in Minnesota and you're Brosmer, that you would think that if this guy was going to play someday for your team, you would want to get him integrated with the system that you run.
Yeah,
so Kevin
run the
O'Connell
type of
would
plays. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then if he goes, but if he goes somewhere else, then it's changing what he's learning. At the same
Or on
time.
the defensive side, if someone plays like a cover 2 zone defense,
I feel like that's a
and
bit more flexible than like
That's
a quarterback
pretty.
coming into
Come
the system.
on,
I'm not trying to find reasons to knock down Geoff's idea. I think it's a good idea. I'm just not sure what it would look like.
NFL Europe. What do you mean? What it
But
would
that was
look
tried.
like?
But that was tried and it floundered.
No, but I'm saying you're asking me what it would look like. Yeah, prop it up the same way you prop up the WNBA for fucking 30 years for it to get good. I'm just saying, like, you have to invest and prop something up for, like, that's all. And the power of the Shield propping something up would be very powerful.
Okay. Let's get to the picks from
Already?
last week. Everyone with a bad week, except the coin. The coin did great. 10-6 for the coin. Went 7-1, I believe, to end the week.
Wow.
I was second at 7-9. You guys both tied at 6-10. We all lost our super locks. You lost the Pilgrim parlay, but did hit the weekend teaser thanks to the Denver Broncos
Tim.
and them swatting down Mariota-san in overtime.
Thank you.
To clinch your teaser. You're 3-11
Good for
for
you,
the year.
buddy. Good for you. What do you? That's a third win this year, right?
Already, and we still have weeks to go. Although I mean, we are in the final stretch of the season. We still have picks to make. Still parlays to give.
Poinsettia parlays even.
A poinsettia parlay is coming.
You know how it goes. Every holiday season, I tell myself I'm way ahead on gifts, then suddenly I'm the week of, and I'm not. And I'm panicking, scrolling through nonsense. But this year, actually nailed it. Because when you send Omaha Steaks, you're not sending a gift. You're sending the world's best steak experience. Hosting, gifting, last-minute scrambling, they got you covered. I've been hammering these filet mignons, USDA certified, very tender. Throw them on the cast iron, little butter base. It's holiday magic without any of the stress, and gifting them. Every single person I've sent Omaha Steaks to acts like I handed them gold bars. Convenience, quality, variety, it's all there. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code Mayo at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code Mayo. You know how much time I spend researching bets and lineups and shows and getting everything ready for you? So when it's actually time to sleep, I need it to count. That's why I switched to a Helix mattress, and honestly, game changer. I have Helix mattresses all over my house. My wife and I have one. The guest room has one. My kids have one. I got a kid on the way, and eventually they're going to have one too. Even Jared over at the studio living there, I got him a Helix mattress as well. Populated with Helix, you need to do it too. I used to wake up with a stiff back and night sweats. Now I just sleep through the night. No tossing around, no overheating. It's just comfortable and supportive. I took their quiz, I tailored it to myself, and boom, I got exactly what I needed from the mattress I deserve. I think you deserve a nice one too. So go to helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off, and exclusive to Pat Mayo Experience listeners. That's helixsleep.com/Mayo for 27% off. Make sure to enter my show name after checkout so they know I sent you. helixsleep.com/Mayo. Thursday night football. One of the best Thursday night football games I can remember in some time. Cowboys at Lions. All lines are provided by coolbet.com. Today, if you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, go to coolbet.com right now. Tell them Pat sent you. -3 is what the Lions are right now. I like Dallas in this game.
So we historically get these good Thursdays out of Thanksgiving because they can only use teams who played on Thanksgiving.
It's usually
They
Dallas.
don't only can, but they choose to, because this is their opportunity to get Dallas on the Thursday night slate. Because otherwise, you don't want to ask them to do 2 Thursdays in a row, other than when they do the opener. This year they had 3 Thursdays.
And because they've added more Thanksgiving games, it sort of opens up the pocket of teams to pick from. But as Pat said, it's the beginning of an incredible slate of games all through the week. This I don't know that it'll be super lock. I really like Dallas. I think the spread is short. I don't think St. Brown is going to play. I think Detroit could be in really, really big trouble. I mean, it could be a shootout because it could be with both offenses indoors, but I really trust Dallas right now. I'll take back the full 3 points.
It feels like a field goal game to me. Maybe that gets swayed either way if one team starts running away with it. But Dallas indoors, their defense is playing better than Detroit's defense right now. If both teams do have an issue, it's getting passed on. They're both pretty good at stuffing the run. Give me Dallas's passing offense right now. Give me Dak over Goff.
Detroit is my side here. I'm taking the Lions. Detroit, it doesn't have the terrible losses that Dallas has. Dallas has played great the last couple of weeks. Dallas is going to be an extremely popular pick this week.
They lost to JJ McCarthy. That doesn't look horrible.
No, not really. He played great in that game. It's a divisional game. Like, they don't have the losses that the Cowboys can point to, like to Arizona on Monday night or.
I think it's relatively unfair to grade Dallas before they revamp their defense.
Detroit is the better team, and I'm taking the better team here. Both teams are desperate. It's a playoff style game, but I think the Lions just have St. Brown not playing would certainly.
He's not playing. He hasn't practiced. He's not playing.
I'm still going to take Detroit. I still think I just trust them more. I don't think they're done. I refuse to think they're done.
They play the Rams next week. It can get leaked there quick.
Oh, I know it could.
And realistically, they should have lost to the Giants 2 weeks ago too, at home.
Totally. There's lots of reasons to look. The Cowboys have been playing great. The Lions have been playing poorly. I am going to take the Lions here. I still think they're the better football team. And I think I'm going to be very unpopular in taking Detroit. I think Dallas is going to be a super popular side. And I get it. I totally get it. But I think the Lions have got to be the sharp side here. And I've got to play them.
Lions fans got really sensitive in the offseason when you mentioned they might regress because losing that offensive coordinator might be a really big freaking deal.
Want the D coordinator back? You can have him.
I feel like it would help at this point.
Have him. He's yours.
Well, he's yours for at least another.
Oh, I'm aware. It's okay. It's all right.
And so nothing matters before 27, right?
I've made my if they draft a quarterback next year, who knows? They have they have a super easy schedule.
Well, you keep winning, you'll probably win some more. You won't even be in the top 10 when it's over.
Don't need to be. I have all kinds of draft capital to trade up if I want to, or I can wait for next year. But I still have those soft. I'll be in last place in the division, and someone goes worst to first every year.
I just find it hard to figure out what Detroit's doing really well right now.
They still pass the ball very effectively.
Not as well as Dallas. Dallas has the best passing offense in the league.
Gibbs and Jameson, who's going to be far more involved without having St. Brown. Dallas can't stop him.
Oh, Tom Kennedy.
Yeah, Tom Kennedy, Tesla, a lot of random white dudes.
Detroit just has a ton of firepower.
But they don't have as much as Dallas does right now.
And we were just talking about how easy kicks are, and one team has Aubrey, and the other team has Money Badger, who sucks.
Tim, other than pedigree, what this year makes you think the Lions are?
Because he picked him to go to the Super Bowl, and he doesn't want to bail yet.
They've got some good wins this year.
They don't.
Well, they do actually.
They beat the Ravens, who are 6-6, and they beat somebody the Bucks, who are okay.
Going to make the playoffs.
They beat an injured Bucks team, a very injured Bucks team. That was the night of
You're right.
Game
No,
7
they're the worst team ever. You should never pick them. They're the worst. Okay, fine. All right, fine. I'm not. Lincoln once said, put your feet in the right place and stand firm. Well, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to picking the Lions. I'm not going to back down.
Well, we're trying to figure out why, because you keep saying they have the great passing offense.
Why do you think
not in this game? They
why
don't have
do you think they're favored by 3 points?
Not like shtick where you go right to the extreme or say something
it just
we
seems
don't
like
say.
it.
Do you do that in your very important personal relationships in arguments?
It just seems like I couldn't possibly be right.
That can really be combustible.
You're right. I'm wrong about everything, and this team is terrible, and pick against them if you want. I like the Lions here.
I'm taking 3 points.
That's fine. I respect that opinion, but the respect is only one way in this game, apparently.
Okay. I'm not you're going to make it I think the Lions have no chance to win the game, which is
Well,
not even close to what I think.
So then we wake up on Friday morning and the Lions have won the game. How did it happen?
I'm not surprised if the Cowboys lose a game, but for me, I think how I look at the bet is Cowboys or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to the window with $1,000 and you have to bet either side, which side do you feel more comfortable with?
I want Dan Campbell's team at home. If you think he's a good coach, and I do, he's going to have this team.
I feel like Dan Campbell's starting to get exposed a little bit.
This team's going to run through a wall, and
It's
I get a
not
team that
up-
plays.
It's not up time for Detroit.
And I get a team that plays with 4 downs. You get a team that plays with 3.
What does that mean?
It means the Lions use 4th down all the time, and the Cowboys don't, because most
No,
teams
the
don't.
Cowboys went for some like
They
very
did go for some.
uncharacteristic 4th and 2 or 3s and didn't take points and scored touchdowns. They've been pretty good.
Wow. Detroit really only has beat one team over 500 this year.
Well, the Ravens are 500.
Well, they're not over 500,
Yeah.
are they? They beat one team that's over 500.
Okay, so are the Patriots.
Where do you think the Lions? There's musical chairs in the NFC, and man, they might be the ones left without a seat.
Well, if they lose this week, I feel
They're
like
in trouble
cooked.
because they're all 2 games back of the wild card teams, and those teams have some pretty reasonably easy schedules coming home. So yeah, it is tough.
It's possible that tie in the Packers for both the Packers and Cowboys ends up being a savior.
Could be, could very well be,
Or it could be
teams.
the thing that keeps them out by a half game too.
maybe.
It's
Hard
I
to
guess for
predict that.
Dallas, maybe. Yeah.
Dallas, I really think Dallas's only path is through the Eagles, and hoping that they get to play the Eagles again, and the Eagles
They don't play the Eagles again.
they already played them
They
twice.
played them opening night.
So like their only path is I think to the division. I don't
This
think
game doesn't this game feel like dead? I mean, Sunday night's amazing too, right? So doesn't
Yeah.
this game sort of feel identical to Sunday night in terms of the stakes? On like both sides?
Identical to the stakes. Yet I feel like this game is going to be far more fun to watch.
identical in the sense that like the winner is by no means in the playoffs.
No,
but
it's a stay alive
They have
match.
a chance where the loser is way behind the 8 ball.
No, but both Dallas and Kansas City are probably done with a loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas City isn't done with a loss, but they're done with a loss.
But they are. Yeah.
If Detroit can win this game, it actually sets up, if you're ever going to play the Rams, it does make, it's coming off extra rest, would be a good time to play them. If they can just somehow go 2-0 in these 2 games, like they're sitting pretty all of a sudden.
Exactly.
So they're not dead by any means, but this game,
It's a crucial game, and I do trust
hinge
that
game.
Oh, it's a massively huge game, and I really think Dan Campbell will have this team ready to run.
When
Ready to roll.
Dallas hits a wall, like when Dallas gets eliminated, they might be horrible.
Maybe.
Like I just mean like Pat, like they've been running, like think of this run they've been on while the guy like just died. Like they've just been on this emotional run. When they finally like if they can't keep it alive, there's like a real dud coming for them off the heels of the winning streak.
Look, whether they're in or out, if Dallas just laid a dud in any of these games against any of these teams, it wouldn't stun me. Like there's a reason that they're not 10-3 right now.
People are treating Dallas like they're the second coming, and they're not.
Well,
If they
have
get
a- they
in
have
the
a ton
playoffs,
of
they're
flaws.
dangerous.
Sure, but they are also extremely flawed.
they have no back end of their secondary, which is the
None.
problem. But you can point to a spot in the year when they made moves that made their defense much
I
better.
agree. I
They get
definitely
pressure on
agree.
the quarterback now. They can stuff the run. That it's really paid huge
I
dividends.
just think
for them.
Detroit's speed on offense will just be too much.
What
I-
speed right now? Like
Really,
the
what
running
speed?
back.
The running back
And
Jameson
Jameson
Williams.
But Jameson Williams as your 1 versus Jameson Williams as playing off of Amon-Ra, I think are 2 different things.
We're going to see they don't use William enough because of the amount that they give to Amon-Ra. And like
And you can almost point back to like no Laporta for the Lions either. Like, he's done for the year. Their offense hasn't clicked as much since
they're
he's
up
been out.
against it, and yet they're the better
And
football team.
offensive
and they're gonna
line
win.
injuries. It would be you know what? I can't wait to watch the game. Good if the Lions stop this steam train, Cowboys, good for them. Well deserved. I'm
Sunday.
picking Dallas plus field goal.
You weren't lying about like the good slate of games we have here. Seattle, Atlanta kicks
Oh,
off
boy.
the slate here. Atlanta 7-point dogs at home. Drake London could be back for this game. Atlanta's great. I'm taking Atlanta.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, like Atlanta's the easiest team to pick in the league because they play the exact same game every week, and you pick them when they're dogs, and you pick against them when they're favorites.
You refused to believe me last week on that.
That's because I thought the Jets were like really
No.
done.
Money line Jets. That's like the only bet I won this week.
Anyway, I like Atlanta here in a low-scoring game, like not an exciting game, like a 13-10 type of game Maybe Seattle wins, or 17-13 or something, but Atlanta covers.
I think most people, Geoff, would concede, coin like Seattle, by the way, that Seattle is one of the 3 best teams in the league right now. But to watch Darnold, two of the past 3 weeks has shown the blueprint of how to beat Sam Darnold.
Yeah, very concerning. Not pleased with that. I like Seattle. They're like the only. Well, I guess there's no really good teams, but they're like a Super Bowl ticket that I might be able to get excited about. That I have. My other bets suck. I like Seattle here. They've really dummied these shitty teams. I know the Titans came back in that game, but it was like 30-10. So they really do seem to, like, when they're playing these better teams, they take advantage of.
But Atlanta's not a bad team.
Yeah, they're really.
Atlanta is a dumb team, but Atlanta is super talented. They have a ton of playmakers, and that's why they win or are super competitive in all these games when they're underdogs, because they're actually really talented. They're just dumb and make the same mistakes all the time. They're not.
Who's the backup now?
We looked into it. Easton Stick.
Yeah,
He might get in this game.
but they're not on the same level as the Saints and the Raiders. And
I don't
the
think they
Titans.
are.
Like, there are a clear cut. So, like, those are the types of teams that Seattle can steer.
So
Atlanta
what
provides
is
more
the
resistance.
Atlanta tier then?
They are sui generis. They are of their own. They're
The
good.
Commanders? Are the Commanders on their tier?
Commanders are too injured to be like. Atlanta's problem isn't injuries.
Well, it kind of is. They don't have Drake London. They
Miami,
don't have
who's
Michael
on their
Penix.
tier?
Yeah, maybe Miami. Miami's also a dumb team with a lot of talent that doesn't do anything.
Well, big Super Bowl this week, buddy.
Oh, I'm excited. Don't you worry when we get to that game. Don't you worry.
So you're taking Seattle, Geoff?
Yeah.
I do worry about Kirk Cousins against this defense, but 2 high safeties, get some pressure, get in Darnold's face. Maybe he'll throw you the ball a few times.
Yeah, get your playmakers involved.
Cincinnati at Buffalo. This is actually a very good game. It's 5, down to 5. I think it opened at 6.5 when we guessed it. Already been bet down to 5. 52.5 is the total. Just give me Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Buffalo does not look right at all.
No, they got lucky to draw a completely dying fish in Pittsburgh last week, who, if they had any life, probably could have won the game.
Oh, did you know that they broke the rushing record for in Pittsburgh as an opposing team?
It wasn't that they mentioned it once. You can
They
mention
were
it,
like rooting it on.
mentioning it once is fine. That's interesting trivia. But to bring it up on every single down, as they did in that game, like, this is like, I don't understand. I don't understand it. Good luck to I'm not saying Buffalo can't win and cover this game. They can. But they better reach back and find their fastball and find it quick, because I think the Bengals are going to give them everything that they can get here. Coming off extra rest, Higgins probably going to be back. You're going to have Chase. You are going to have the full onslaught at you. And if you're the Bills, you need to play perfect football. And that's what they're going to have to do to win and cover this game. I don't think they're going to. I'm not even convinced they're going to win. I'm going to take the Bengals.
The one pushback I would have, that unless Hendrickson is back for the Bengals, Geoff, that you're not going to get Allen off his spot much. He can kind of just run around in the backfield for a while and let stuff develop, which really has not been something they've been able to do for the past month or so with some of their offensive line injuries, their lack of skill position players actually getting open. Kincaid could be back for this game. So I see why the Bills are still up here, but Burrow looked like Burrow. Like, he had like a rough first 2 drives, and that was it. He looked good.
Second half, he looked really good. But Pat, if I had to find a comp game for this one, it would be Bills Bucks. Like, sure, they'll move the ball. The Bengals will score. But I think over time, the Bills will score on them almost all the time.
They're going to have to.
The Bucks.
Maybe, but if you give me the choice between Baker and Burrow, those guys aren't in the same league when they're both at their best. Burrow is so much better than Baker.
Problem is, Buffalo doesn't have that game in them week after week after week. They only have it sometimes. That's why they're far worse than they were even 2 years ago.
So what I almost want to talk about here is
Chargers.
you guys shut up. Do you guys assume that the Ravens are winning the division just when it's over?
Yes, I do.
I think I don't think that they're all that good, but I don't think that Cincinnati has the legs to get there, and Pittsburgh's, like you said.
Well, I think that Baltimore's going to beat Pittsburgh twice, so that already puts them at 8 wins.
Yeah.
Which is
maybe the AFC South can ruin what I'm about to say, but I'm very confident to acknowledge the Bills are probably going to end up as wild card 1 in the AFC. And I think we're almost guaranteed Lamar versus Josh wildcard week.
You're talking about this on the live show a couple of, or like on Sunday, that's a
I
really
missed that.
likely
But,
outcome.
like, it's just mouth watering, and I know we have to wait like 6 weeks, but you just see it. Like the clouds are going right there, and
I
that's
agree.
my favorite Bills storyline.
If I was the Ravens, I would try to. Well, I would try to win as many games as possible. But if there's a way that you can get Lamar some rest, get the dude some rest, man. He just does not look right.
Where's he getting rest? I mean, the Steelers could win. They could get rest by like being 500, but having a 2-game lead in week 18.
Yeah, exactly. That would be like beat the Steelers this week, beat the Bengals next week, and the division's basically yours.
Beat the Bengals, and all of a sudden the Bengals aren't even.
You're then
like,
8-6. You're fine.
Yeah.
Don't count out the Browns.
You can count them out.
Shadur's coming for the division crown.
You can count them out.
I will make a comment though, I guess, because Tim dared me to. It's almost now feels like it's impossible for the Patriots to not get the 1 seed. Thank you to Pat and to Connor, because I remember that show a while ago where Connor was like, bet the Patriots like plus 230 or something at a certain book, and I do that, so I have that to be the 1 seed. Maybe it should have been May MVP, but I felt it was safer to take that bet. And I think there's a scenario with all the head-to-head AFC South matchups where Denver is stone cold locked into the 2 seed, right? Come week 18, that they can sit everyone versus the Chargers. And then if the Chiefs want to go on a run, they can box the Chiefs out by letting the Chargers win week 18.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a very plausible outcome.
Because they're going to be locked into 2 more than a game back, I think, when we get to week 18. And the Colts not even the Colts. There's just it's possible that there'll be a margin between them and seed 3.
The only thing that could challenge them would be that if they're only a game up on Indianapolis, who holds the tiebreak against them, that they would have to be 2 clear of the Colts going into that last week. Because if they weren't and were to lose and the Colts were to win, the Colts would take the 2nd spot.
Yeah.
That's like the only challenge.
The Colts still play Houston. They played the Jags twice. There's so much going on.
Yeah, no. You make a very, very strong case there.
Are you taking Cincinnati or Buffalo?
I'll go alone on Buffalo here.
Let's go Buffalo for Geoff. Tennessee and Cleveland. Is this the sadness TV?
There's 8 games.
Sad
guys.
TVs. Not
8
going to watch the
games.
games.
What's that?
Not watching the games here.
Oh yeah, we aren't watching the game. I'm in Kansas City.
There's all these great games.
You can come here to watch the games with Jared.
I could. But like,
That was a very sad response.
Yeah,
I'm not
sorry you
good.
don't wanna hang out with Jared.
I suppose I could.
What's
Well,
in Kansas City? Football?
I am going to Underdog's Dog Bowl, the end of the year championship.
Woof.
I'm gonna be giving out
if you
some
want
money.
to, I'd appreciate one of those like pullovers and hats, but whatever
what?
you can do.
From Underdog?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get him to send you some. You should have just told me that before right now.
I just saw they were like, I saw something on the internet today. I was like, that looks good shit.
Remember when you could go get some stuff at the Masters and you asked us to pick a thing or
No,
two?
stop it. I didn't understand. Where are we? I picked the Bengals. What game is this?
You want to
I
finish
didn't
that?
understand the rules. I wanted to pay. I didn't want it free. I didn't understand. Just like it's all misunderstanding. Just like we're Paul in the chair. Just like we're Paul in the chair. And you still turn it on me.
Tennessee and Cleveland. Cleveland is a 3.5-point favorite against the Titans.
What's this over under? That's like 30?
34.
So I had under 35 on that game on Sunday, and I think it ended at 34. The
Niners, Browns.
24 to 8,
yeah.
right? So
it's under or nothing too. I know that's not the question. So did you see, like, I watched some all 22. Well, I didn't watch them. I saw them come across my feed. Some all 22 clips of JC Latham on the Titan. He doesn't even touch guys and they go right by him. Garrett might kill, forgetting Shador. Garrett might have 5 sacks in this game.
Yes. What, every week now?
I guess, yeah, every week he's the best.
Yeah. I pick Cleveland every week and they so rarely cover. I'll pick him again. Why not Cleveland? Shador moving to 2-1 on the way to a Hall of Fame career. Imagine if he just wins 67% of all of his games.
I tell you, this is so difficult because like the
Titans are
obvious pick is the Titans, but they've been so terrible, and the Browns' defense at home has been so good that I just can't pick Tennessee here.
Tony Pollard unders.
Even though I really want to take Tennessee, I'm going to take the Browns.
Hey, Judkins is going to go nuts.
I would
in this
think.
game.
I would think. But like the Browns are awful offensively, and anyway.
Not only are they bad offensively, they also love doing dumb things offensively.
Yeah, it's going to be an ugly game. I don't plan to watch much of it.
The thing is, it's so bad you kind of want to watch it, but there's 8 games on, so it's going to be a problem.
There's a
for
Super
me.
Bowl on at the same time, so I'll be watching that.
Listen, if you didn't want to watch Washington, Minnesota, it's fine. Or even Tampa, New Orleans. It's a pretty shitty game.
The Dog Bowl.
Seattle, Atlanta's not too thrilling.
No, it's not. But that's because all the good teams are playing each other. So all the bad teams are left to play each other.
Well, Geoff, which side are you taking here?
Stefanski over Ellen.
Will you apologize to all those accounts on Twitter who are bigging up in Shadur if he wins this game?
So I don't cheer against Shadur. I think it's entertaining whether he's horrible, mid, or amazing. Whatever. You can win the game. Like God forbid he's your quarterback next year.
Oh, maybe he's going to listen. Give the guy time to develop. There's no XFL to send him to. Where else is he going to develop?
You can
Geoff?
use some reps
100%.
in a spring league.
And do you know what sort of ratings like the polarizing guy like that could get for the spring league?
Yeah, put him versus Tebow. It'd be great. How old is Tim Tebow now?
38.
Where was he, Reese? He's just got a
He
book.
is.
He was hawking something because he was doing the rounds.
What's he hawking? Tua?
I don't know.
What happened to Hawk Tua girl? Did she do one of those meme coin grifts and just disappeared off
Oh
the face
yeah, I
of the earth?
think that was the end of her.
Telling you, cuss coin could be a thing.
No, it's not.
But you buy it for people to curse them.
You not remember last year when your account got hacked?
I do remember. Yes, Tim, I vividly remember when my account got hacked.
That was
Thank you.
terrible.
Well, it's not hacked anymore. It's fine. So Cleveland for
Tim?
everyone.
Yes.
It's that great time of year where you know which Cokes are the freshest, right?
Absolutely. I was so happy that they've been listening to my pleas over the last several years to include me in the Christmas decorations on the cans. And so now if you're like at a corner store at a pizza place and you want to get a can of DC to go with your big slice and they don't have the Christmas stuff on it, that's not new DC. Won't
And
buy
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, I really am proud of myself. I haven't drinking much cola at all. Couldn't remember the last time I bought it, but I saw Santa on those fuckers, and I was like, it's gonna taste better. And
You
it's
gotta buy
fresh.
it. Gotta
So
buy
I
it.
bought it. I bought it. I broke.
You gotta
I
buy it.
broke.
You know it's
Yeah.
fresh DC or Coke Zero or whatever. You gotta buy it. Can't not. Christmas time. You gotta buy Coke.
You don't have to.
Well, you don't have to do many things, but you got to.
You could not. You could buy some DP. You love a DP, don't you? Loves a DP, Geoff.
I like DP. Now he's making this face because he's got to stick to his he's got to stick to his bit. But
Yeah,
I
I don't
remember
like it.
when he drank DPs, he was pretty impressed with them.
No, they're inferior.
Even Brent on the Sunday night show showed up with a little P,
I
an
know.
LP.
I don't care for it. You know, they don't have any Christmas designs, by the way. No one associates Christmas time or the Olympics with Pepsi.
Funny, you have Christmas time and the Olympics.
Like the two of the biggest things that are classy and big and
Are the Olympics classy?
I think so.
Aren't
The
Olympics-
World Cup is also sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Isn't the Olympics just really corrupt?
You know.
Isn't that the one thing people know about the Olympics?
Well, I don't know if the one thing, but like if it's a big event that has prestige, Pepsi's not involved.
Is the Super Bowl big with prestige?
The halftime show is sort of, but like that's like way below the Olympics or the World Series or anything like that, or the World Cup or come on.
I want to thank the entire audience who made last week of the Pat Mayo Experience the most downloaded and viewed 7-day period of the year.
Wow.
We went up to number 3 in the United States for fantasy podcasts. We were inside the top 50 in overall sports podcasts. We got to number 1 in Canada. We got
Wow.
inside the top 30 for just listen. We have all 5 of us on a show. People demand to listen to it. Even days later, like it was still going up.
People like content. Well, get it in because we've only got a few weeks left, so enjoy it.
I know
Relish
what
it.
did it.
What did it?
When I was a young warthog.
When he was a young warthog.
I loved how Kay was like, "The hell are you guys talking about?"
Next time I go to Toronto, Geoff, we'll go see a musical.
And you can bring Cam with you.
That.
And Cam will interrupt the programming to tell the people on stage, "I got these birds fucking in my backyard."
Just those Orioles. They're the trouble. They're the real troublemakers.
Your Super Bowl, Dolphins
All right.
at Jets.
All right,
Jets,
something to hope
2.5 point dogs, 40.5 is the total in this game. You can lead.
It's outdoors, and it's going to be chilly, and it's Tua outside in the cold, which is a big strike against the Dolphins. They've been playing well, but the Jets' defense has started to tighten things up. Their special teams is really good. Tyrod is a big step up over Fields. He can actually get the ball to the guys who can make plays. Mechie didn't have a great game, but A.D. Mitchell had a great game. Brees Hall got into the end zone. Like they are getting the ball. Mason had some catch. They're moving the ball around. I like us a lot here. We're teasing them up for the first part of the tease. And the Dolphins, it's been so annoying to see the Dolphins in the hunt on that AFC board that they keep putting up. And I really, while this won't mathematically eliminate the Dolphins.
So you can't even say that the Jets eliminated
it
them.
won't mathematically eliminate them. It'll take them off that board.
A hypothetical elimination.
And that will be good enough for me that they'll be off the in the hunt board. So that means a lot to me. And I can't wait to bury the Dolphins. And like, again, it's outdoors. It's cold. It's December. Tua outdoors in the cold has a really poor record. Yeah. Good luck.
So Siege actually commented on this about you being very happy for the Jets winning last week. He's like, why would he want them to win? I would like you to address the people who want to see their teams lose.
Look, I can speak from my experience. I don't get a lot of wins. I get very, very few wins and have over the last decade. So I relish when my team wins. I'm not capable of this sinister bank shot, sort of unhappy, oh man, I wish my team could lose. I question fandom sometimes when people are like, well, it's all about 3 years from now. It's all about all that it counts really in this world is the here and now. It's what we have. You don't know what tomorrow is going to look like, but you have now. If you can't relish a win, particularly from a team that you love, that doesn't win very often, in the moment, in an exciting way, what are we doing here? Why are you watching? For the hypothetical hope that in 3 years' time, if they had lost that game, they'd have taken that quarterback who they wouldn't have ruined that they always ruin. And I'm sorry, I am not Nostradamus. I can't look into the future like you guys can, apparently. All I can do is see what's in front of me. And what I saw in front of me was a win, and I'm happy when my team wins. And I'm not able to muster up the attitude that's the worse the better. I really hope my team loses. That'll be great. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it won't. You don't know. But what I do know is that my team doesn't win much, and I love when my team wins. And if that's me being simple, well, then I'm being simple. But that's what I love.
Buddy, fuck. If I don't have a franchise quarterback and my team's got a chance to win 3 games and it's going to go out there and win 6, hang me. Hang me.
Well,
okay. And you think I'm ever going to sit there and cheer for and it's all circumstantial.
We know you wouldn't take your nephew to a game.
Hold on. I let you talk.
All right.
I might have a quarterback already. But if I got Geoff Smith as an interim coach and Easton Stick running point, what do I give a shit? Now, if you had a rookie QB who was if I were the Giants, I would want to try to win some games. Just because I'd want to see my quarterback be good, my quarterback battle, my quarterback run good 2-minute drills, my quarterback lead a game-winning drive. But if I do not have the quarterback, lose. Just lose. Please lose.
Well, in one sense, you've had a lot more success, though, than I've had over the last 10 to 15 years. So, you don't take a win the same way I did.
So if you lost in overtime versus Atlanta, how crushed would you have been?
Not crushed. I wouldn't be crushed, but I want them.
But I want it after 2 DCs and 1 Siggy.
I'm not crushed, but do I want them to win? Yes, because as a fan,
I understand.
I want my team to win.
Game in the 3-hour window, it's you see your logo and you want to cheer for them.
Football is short. There are 16 games, and I only get to cheer for my team 16 times a year. 'Cause
Come
we don't make the
December when you're dog dick,
Yeah.
like just get everything matters. Everything matters.
It doesn't, though. All that matters is the game that's in front of you and the enjoyment you can get from it in that moment. Because I don't think that anybody drafting a quarterback to begin with whatever draft pick you have is a 30% proposition at best as it is.
I just want the choice. I want the choice.
Yeah,
I want
well-
to be in charge. I want to be the captain of those decisions.
You can cheer against your team who's trying to win if you want. That's your prerogative. I don't want to judge you. I don't understand that type of fandom. I think there's something. I think there's just something sinister about it. I can't
you
do
know
it.
what it is. You know what it is. It's like I just want to win a Super Bowl. Like that's all. And I in trying to break that down. The look at the freaking New England Patriots or Washington last year. Oh, rebuild. You got to build culture. This, that. No, you just need the quarterback, and the whole thing flips.
Although
baby.
you've just made my point for me.
Yeah,
though.
two teams that didn't end up.
Two teams that won at the end of the year and therefore
ruin their
didn't pick
draft stock.
first, drafted a quarterback later, even
Still
after
like
a win,
third overall though.
but not first the way they would have been had they lost that last game.
Although
And I would have been crushed that night. But the only
But it
way
worked
to
out,
get
and you know why
You're
it worked
not-
out?
but the thing
'Cause
is,
you
if
don't
were
know.
falling from 2 to 3, and there were 3 quarterbacks, I'd be like, okay,
But you
you're
don't-
going to take yourself to like 9 or 10.
But you know what? I have 5 first-round draft
Well, but
picks.
we're not talking about this as you specifically. We're talking about this as a holistic concept of a fan.
So what? You don't know what tomorrow will bring. You don't know that third QB
I don't
is
need
actually going to be the
win
best.
six if I'm a dead fish anyway.
I
don't
respect
need
that
it.
opinion. I don't understand that opinion. I think that's weird fandom, and I can't get on board with it. To me, it's just, it goes against what I understand what it is to be a fan, which is that in a sport where my team doesn't play very much and really doesn't win very much, I'm supposed to then like cross my arms and be unhappy when that team that never wins finally
Oh my
won.
God, you know
Like
what
that
the
is
most
such a
pathetic
warped.
thing-
That is
Yeah,
such a
but no
warped
offense.
fandom. Such a
Don't
warped
get me
fandom.
wrong. It's a sliding scale of warped fandom because those Eagles fans are fucking freak shows.
Oh well, they have
Who
no
have
right
no
to be doing what
grace.
they're doing. They have
They
no
just won
fair.
a Super Bowl. They're 8
No
and
fair.
4. They can't even zoom out and breathe.
How
those
dare they?
fucking freaks.
How dare they?
But that being said, Tim, I do not care. Like I do not need to win a meaningless December game. I need this program to. Yeah, I guess it all depends. If I've got a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback, I want to win in December, regardless of my record. If I have no coach and no quarterback, I want to lose out.
Again,
Yeah, but
the
you-
history of
you-
sports indicates that tanking doesn't work.
But you also want the Chargers to not play Herbert and lose every other game the rest of this year too.
just to preserve
No,
for this.
that's
ju-
like
just for
my
the future.
paranoia. I don't actually want it. That's my like worst case scenario because he's taken so many hits, and if one of them is catastrophic this late in the year, it's really gonna fuck shit up.
Just cheer for your team. You don't need to get into the, I'm so smart and I'm such
Buddy,
a
you spent
sophisticated
3
fan
hours with
that
me
I
when
want.
my team's playing. I only care about like winning. But when the season die, I will like until that like 8th loss happens, I will die for my team. But once that 8th loss happens, I dust it off and I'd be like, it's all about trying to be in the best position now for the future.
Well, I'm glad that most fans don't think that way. Most fans want their teams to win. I know. What a novel concept.
I'm taking Miami minus 2.5.
That's
'cause
fine.
I don't think the Jets have an answer for Darren Waller, just like last time.
Please. All
I
right.
guarantee you Dolphin fans wish once upon a time they actually bottomed out.
They did. They took Tua.
Yeah. How did that work?
He got them
Well,
back
they
in the
failed.
cycle.
They tried. The owner wanted to tank, and the coach would win games.
Because tanking doesn't work. Like it's
no,
there's-
tanking would have got them Joe Burrow.
No. Again, like tanking doesn't work. You don't know that they would have taken Joe Burrow. You don't know what they would have done.
And they-
Okay,
and-
man.
you
They tried
don't
to
know.
trade for Joe Burrow
You
before the
don't
draft.
know what can happen. Like we aren't smart enough or clairvoyant enough to know what the ramifications of a win in late November are going to be. We just don't know. And I'm
What
not.
is a higher pick worth a better asset?
I honestly don't care.
Well, I'm just saying, like, does the league treat the higher pick as a better asset in terms of trade value?
slightly, but
or
again,
anything.
who cares?
I'm
That's
telling you I
not
do.
what matters. Some distant future that will probably be just as dim as this
Future,
is
4
yeah,
months.
that is an eternity.
You have to sometimes take a long-term approach to bring something home.
Well, What has that long-term approach done for most teams that think only in the long
For you,
term? They
nothing.
don't succeed. Most teams that only think in the long term have not succeeded. That approach has not borne out empirically very successfully. It can work. It usually doesn't. You know what works? Winning and having a franchise that is used to winning games and being comfortable winning and not being a laughingstock who loses 13 games a year because sooner or later we're going to hit on that quarterback because that's how it works. Well, it doesn't work like that.
Hold
That's
on,
not the real world. That's not sports. That's
In a
some warped
while, though,
vision.
You lose so much. You think one time you fucking sacrifice and actually want to lose more.
We lose all the time.
The Jets have done that though. They ended up
We
with
had
the third pick, the second pick,
and we blew it.
Sounds like more of a Jets thing.
Yeah,
That
well,
is your decision to pass on Josh Allen or the other quarterbacks.
but that's what they're going to do. They're going to keep doing that until proven otherwise. They're going to keep making the wrong picks. So, like, so then maybe I should cheer for who I should cheer for.
Say it's only like happened 3 or 4 times in your life, Tim, and that sample size isn't even big enough to quantify.
I mean, they've missed the playoffs for 15 straight years, and I don't regret a single Jets win, and I never will. I don't care.
Unfortunately, it won't be this week because the
Your
Miami
team's bad at
Dolphins.
drafting and hiring head coaches, so you suck always.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
happens.
So when they win a game, you better believe I'm going to be happy.
You're allowed. I'm not saying you can't be happy with
No,
Seemed like
it does sound like you're saying he can't be happy for a Jets win.
Yeah, it does. That I shouldn't cheer for my team to win. That's a weird opinion.
I'm just saying how I view it. I'm saying when you're watching the game, I can see why in that 3-hour window or the game is on the line, you're watching your team. I don't even give a shit about the Leafs anymore. Like, I do not care that much. It's the healthiest relationship I have. But if I do put on a game and I see that logo on center ice and that logo on the crest of the chest, I want to see them do well. So I get when you're sitting there watching the game of the team you care about and that logo's on the helmet, you're not cheering for the field goal to go wide.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. That's true.
So one time, a guy, we were doing street drug, ecstasy, and he said it was borrowing from future happiness. You get really happy right now, and you're a little bit depressed the next day. I feel like that's what Geoff is. It's like reverse ecstasy. He's borrowing from future sadness, using extra of it now, and he's excited to be really happy, 5 years from now.
Except
That's the point I think he's trying to
the
make.
happiness
I'll be
isn't
honest,
guaranteed.
I'm broken still. I don't think I've recovered from the Jays, and it's made me rethink a lot of things. I no longer think I could even go to the Super Bowl.
I don't think you should. I think it would be unhealthy to go.
That's what I mean. The
serious.
thought of having to board
No.
a plane around other people the next day, after just I don't, it's actually what happened to the Jays has had me reevaluate something I never thought I would reevaluate my life. And I don't know that I would. I have to think if I need to be there.
And let's be honest, the camera will find you.
Yes.
If you're there and they lose, it will find you wherever you are. It will.
It'll find that industry plant Asian lady.
It will find you in a moment of
what's
tremendous
funny?
sadness.
I actually think she's a real fan, but people on the internet call her an industry plant, which led to some Chargers from 3 or 4 years ago being no, you don't understand. We've
all slept with her.
We were out for a team dinner, an O-line dinner randomly, that was arranged on a WhatsApp chat, 40 minutes before it happened. And her and her husband were at the table beside us. And she's a real crazy hardcore Chargers fan. But,
Bigger fan than Geoff.
Plus, the Super Bowl is not
Maybe.
really the NFL anyway, so go to the championship game and enjoy that.
You couldn't
if
even
your
do
team's
that.
in the Super Bowl, it's real.
I wouldn't know. Probably will never know.
Are you taking the Jets or the Dolphins, Geoff?
I'll side with Tim and take the Jets. But do you think the Dolphins, are they for sure off? On Sunday Night Football, if they lose, they're for sure off the graphic?
I think so. I think once they hit 9.
How upset would you be if you win on Sunday and you're watching Chiefs Texans and that graphic comes up and they're still on it?
Furious. Furious. I feel like a
That's what
slap in the
hope.
face. Slap in the face. Just like last Sunday night when they couldn't be bothered in a big game to put a jacket and tie on. But anyway, I digress.
Is there a broadcast that never wears a like? Do they
No.
all always mix it up, or is it one that like consistently does
CBS,
something?
I mean, CBS, as far as I can remember, CBS is always jacket and tie with the CBS crest on the blazer.
No, because Romo doesn't always wear it.
He always wears the blazer. He may take the jacket off sometimes.
I feel like I've seen him in like a sweater vest,
think so.
or
right?
at least a pullover or a quarter zip.
I thought the
I
CBS
think you're
guys
right,
always
Matt.
wear
I'm
the
sure
jacket.
I think I've seen like a quarter zip.
He probably wears
I also have my hard stance. It doesn't matter if these commentators are good or bad. I don't understand why people watch with the commentary anyway.
because sometimes if they're good commentators, you can learn something.
Sure, but that's very few and far between.
Right, but
Wait,
the games
so
that I'm
hold on,
watching with
like-
sound on are usually the good ones.
Yeah, just put on some music or something.
Well, you can. I find that gets me out of the zone.
I love ball. I want to hear people talking ball. I don't
Yeah.
want to listen to some fucking Nat King Cole. I don't know.
Do you have recordings of yourself singing that you could listen to?
No, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Yeah, if I'm watching a game by myself, I'm usually like running when I'm doing it.
Well, I'm not.
These games are on at like 10:30, 11. I'm
Yeah.
on my couch or in bed watching. I'm listening to
I
them.
want to hear the dulcet tones of Mike Tirico.
And I want to like
Mariota.
have them call Terry McCauley and him say something really stupid and make no sense.
I can't believe we're not more at the point of the alternate commentary. It's mind blowing that you continue to pay these guys like $17 million a year when you could just have alternate feeds that would be cumulatively just as popular for way less
I
money.
think the NFL wants all eyes on one network for all advertisement purposes.
Well, no, the NFL doesn't necessarily want that. The
networks do too.
networks do.
I think you want, but the NFL also wants the
but
ratings.
if you could sell like if you had NFL or if you had, I was going to say your buddy CBS All Access, Paramount Plus, and the games are on Paramount Plus, and you can watch them up there, you can stream them up there. That if there was an ability to have 4 separate commentary feeds, I think that people will eventually gravitate towards that.
I'm not sure.
That is the way of the
It's
future.
going to happen. I guarantee. Pat's right.
It might.
It absolutely will. The
I think
fact,
it will
the
maybe-
fact
Doesn't
that
mean that they're all going to be on site. If anything, they could be like manning cast setups or even in like a studio in like Bristol. But they'll be different feeds doing the games. Guaranteed.
you will get down to the point where you will be able to license out that if we wanted to do one of the commentary tracks on the show, that there would be someone like us doing one of the commentary tracks that people could turn into, or we could license it from them to stream it ourselves, just vocal only.
Tim,
I don't think that
it'll
happened anytime
actually
soon.
get to a point where you could probably AI could probably have Al Michaels like call the game for you, like prime Al Michaels.
That
call
would
the
have me
game for
putting
you.
it on. That would have me putting it on mute.
You wouldn't know the difference unless you knew he was dead. You get Madden Summerall doing games again.
That would be,
Madden Summerall. Yes.
that would be creepy.
It's a lot closer than you think.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Or if any game you watch today can give AI Greg Olson talking like Greg Olson. I don't mind Andrew Catalan, Pat, when he fills in for Nance on golf. I actually think he's like pretty good, like B tier golf. But there's this 3-man booth with the Chargers had it on Sunday with Catalan, one of the McCourty twins, and an F tier Sunday voice alongside Mark Schlereth,
Davis.
Charles Davis.
Oh,
I was in orbit. Herbert's got a broken hand. He's not on the field. And I've got these 3 stooges talking to me. I was doing Lamaze, not the race Le Mans, but like breathing exercises.
you know what? The thing about Le Mans, the race is it's all about endurance. It's not like
Is it
difficult.
easy?
Well, kind of. It's just 24
Could you
hours
do
of
it?
driving.
Could you do it?
Give me some energy drinks. I'm sure I could do it. You're just driving for 24 hours.
Every time I have been in a car with you over the past 3 years,
I haven't
you
been-
have fallen asleep immediately.
I've been the passenger. As a driver,
And listen, it takes them, 25 hours to drive it?
Yeah.
Think about how long it would take you at your speed.
well, it's just timed.
Yeah, it would be 40 hours at that
I'd
point?
like to think that would be one of the lower difficulty challenges. 24 hours. of Le
let's
Mans.
cut to the live Le Mans feed. Here's Cust driving.
Like Homer driving home from the Wiki Mart, the Golden Slumbers.
Oh, Tim.
I'm not wrong. It's about endurance, which is of course something you have to work on and is not easily brought by. But it's in a car
Oh.
doing this.
Anyway, I've decided that's my least favorite booth in the game right now. And why did what is the purpose of like having your F tier, your like lowest tier booth being a 3-man? Like you're trying to give someone else a job?
Probably
I don't
have
get it.
somebody under contract that you just
That they
gotta
either
find a
have
spot
to
for them.
use or
Yeah.
maybe you want to try it. It wouldn't be the weirdest. Like that would be a cool gimmick. Like you have like your shit commentary team.
Also, everyone
for
was
the
on
shit game. Like make it different.
No
Somehow.
one was on bye last week, so you had to sort of empty the
Yeah.
bench.
I'm just saying, like, of the lower, and you can tell like how the networks feel based on the games they get, and you can even before the year, they almost like give you their ranking almost,
Yeah.
without like saying it. Ross Tucker to me is like the best low tier team. Like I'm not calling him low tier. I'm like of the teams that the networks like are always given the nut low stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
and
are
I
the,
think
are the
Spiro
Cardinals playing
Ditas-
the Falcons? Give it to him.
And I think Spiro Ditas and Archuleta have probably called 5 straight Jags games. You could ask Emerson about that though.
I wonder if it says it on the cup.
It's the only thing that we know.
He just has the cup. That's how he knows when the Jags are playing, based on the
I'm
cup.
a big fan of his.
He is. Emerson is the perfect. Are you a fan of his guessing the spreads?
I don't know if I made it to the end.
Let's just
Sure, I
say
don't-
they were a little off base.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's not if it's something you don't actually do, it's like any normie could easily be like field goal plus off. Like you ask me sitting there on Sunday.
Or you could be 12 points off in favor of the wrong team.
That can happen.
It was great. But no, Emerson's the perfect guess because people either really love him or absolutely do not like him. He's a perfect foil for you.
Yeah.
But if they don't like him, do they still watch? Or they don't
Yeah,
like him
it's-
enough where they'll actually watch still? Because there's a big difference.
I think it's one of those like hate watching type situations. But more people love him than not.
I would have to assume.
Washington and Minnesota. Jaden Daniels expected back for this game. JJ McCarthy expected back for the Vikings. Vikings are 1.5 point favorites. 42 is the total.
Vikings.
Vikings for you?
Yeah. For reasons I sort of mentioned earlier.
We're
I feel like
laying
Washington
1.5 now.
feel like
Yeah.
Washington emptied the tank last week.
It's like a.
I don't think they have two good performances in them.
They
And
did get healthier.
Yeah, I like McCarthy coming back here for such a step. Like their defense outplayed Seattle. They just did. The problem is they were out there for 80% of the snaps. So you can't win forever. But like their defense played excellently against Seattle. If they get some spark of life out of McCarthy, I think they probably will. I just think Washington is exhausted. They played as well as they can play. They probably don't have 2 games of that quality back in them. You know, Daniels back, but we'll see how Daniels looks when he comes back. I just think the Vikings have got to be the play here. So that's where I'm going.
Could be my super lock. Soppy, what is the number off these overtimes? That's not actually why. I just think it's a really nice matchup for Minnesota here. Tim is sort of acknowledged, like when you're a shit team and you like empty the tank for a primetime game, lose at the wire in some ways on overtime. Maybe you should have even won it, but Denver's got their voodoo. Good for them. I really like Minnesota here. I thought this was even a pick 'em this morning, so it seems like the math nerds have piled on to Minnesota as well.
I'll take Washington.
Okay.
Give me the better quarterback. Hopefully Daniels is 80% Daniels, and that should be good enough to win this game 13-12
That's
or
fair.
something like that. Saints at Bucks. Bucks by 9 is the spread right now. 42.5 is the total. I like New Orleans on the road.
Evans is probably not playing this week. I know he's practicing.
Yeah, he has like a 3-week window.
Okay.
Someone actually asked us on the fantasy show today that, if Mike Evans is back next week in the first round of the fantasy playoffs, do you play him?
Sure.
I don't think that you do.
Hold
That's what
on.
options you have. I
How
probably would.
many? You have to bet Mike Williams or Mike Evans over catches, right? Because that'll be like their goal for December.
They can't. He won't be back long enough to get him to those.
I wouldn't think
Oh,
so.
they'll watch 40 catches.
Yeah, I don't think 40 catches does anything for him, honestly.
Okay. Then yeah, he's toast.
Too many points. Take the Saints.
It feels like a lot of points.
Too many points right now. Tampa's
Bucky looked good, though. If Bucky's good and they can just mash, they can run the ball, no problem, then they just win this game 33-3.
I think they win by a touchdown. So that means they don't cover.
Yeah, so for example, because it's the 1,000 yards that Evans needs to get to, right, Geoff?
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
that's their shtick.
He has 140 this year.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
going to happen.
Okay, I was joking then.
Uh,
If you're both, I don't feel any way strongly like have a strong lean on this game. If you're both taking the Saints, I'm just gonna be like, there's no way three of us are saying Saints. But I agree. It almost just feels like take these points and run. Give me Tampa. Baker hates the Saints. He goes into like FU mode. So give me Tampa.
Yeah, even games where the Saints have been competitive against the Bucks in the past few years, the Bucks always storm back and score 30 points in the third quarter and just over.
No,
So
no, I get it.
it's worrisome. But Chucks,
He does.
not always well, but good
Chuck's
enough.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, Shucks Roadhouse. You'll catch Cam there this weekend. Indy at Jacksonville.
Big
Jacksonville's
screen?
Jacksonville is a 1.5 underdog in this game at home. 47.5 is the total. Is Indy the team that blew its load in week 8 and now it's just pew?
I don't trust Jacksonville.
But they're not even the favorite.
I don't trust Jacksonville
Do you trust Indy right now?
more than I trust the Jags. I still think that, I mean, I've been saying for like 2 months, Jags are bad and they're going to make the playoffs. And so that'll be annoying. And that will maybe happen. But and I know Emerson told us since 2017, 2015, the last time that
2014.
Indianapolis came into Jacksonville and won. I just think Jacksonville is playing a little bit better than they are. And if you can just get tail of the ball, make a couple of plays, you got everything in front of you. I like the Colts here. I'd still like the Colts to finish that division off. I still think they're going to win it. Still think they're the best team of those three. I still think their offense is the best unit, even better than the Texans' defense. And Texans' defense has been great. I still think this Colts team offensively is a wagon. I know they've been slow 3 of the last 4 weeks, but like that doesn't mean they're going to be there this week. I'm going to take the Colts.
I'm going to take Jacksonville. I'm just worried that Daniel Jones doesn't look like Daniel Jones right now. The Daniel Jones that we saw earlier in the season,
sure.
he's very clearly limited.
Sure.
And if he can't take off for 8 yards for a first down, that's a huge part of their offense.
We should ask resident Jaguars hater Jared what he thinks will happen.
Who's the
in the
backup there?
For who?
Daniel
Colt.
Jones right now.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
He's healthy from his eye injury.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he had the eye injury.
But like, is Brian Thomas going to be well used in this game?
Not. Are the Colts still your Super Bowl pick?
I'm not changing horses midstream.
You did
You
already.
already did, yeah.
Well, I'm not changing again.
Do you do what I do with the Chargers with whoever you have going to the Super Bowl all year long? Like, if I not caught on this, that you just pick the team you have going to the Super Bowl to cover or win?
No,
Like,
not every game. No, but I do like them here. I wouldn't pick them if I didn't think they could win a game like this.
Riley Leonard is actually their backup quarterback right now. That could be a creative player.
Purdue, I think.
Notre
Pat.
Dame.
See, I almost wanted, like, if I was out for lunch with Tim today, I think we would have simmed the entire AFC South remainder of the season.
Mm-hmm. We would have.
That's
Ja-
what we would have done at like a nice deli over some corned beef or something.
Jacksonville has to be in the driver's seat because they have at least 2 easy games left. And the rest of the teams don't.
Mm-hmm. But they're the Jags.
True. They have the Colts twice. Those are tough games. They're home Jets, home Titans, and they're at the Broncos. If they go 2-3, they have to beat the Colts once. So they go 3-2 in the rest of your games, you win the division.
Yeah. Not screw up against the Jets.
Sure. Like, yes, of course, not screw up against the Jets. But the Colts just have no margin for error. They just play good teams.
Yeah,
down
no,
the stretch.
that's true. But like the Colts are a better team.
But the Colts now have to beat the Jags twice.
I get it, but
they
I
have
think-
to beat the Jags both times to both hold the tiebreak to force
Yeah.
the tie with them because they're probably not winning at Seattle. Maybe they.
Didn't we saw Arizona do this like 3 years ago. Start 6-1 or something, 7-1.
Yeah, and then
not even
they got to the playoffs and they got crushed in the first round by the Rams.
But yeah, the Colts, they peaked too early. Like they blew their load. Now they're just holding on for dear life, right? I mean,
How's everyone out there with their Jonathan Taylor, look at me, I'm so smart MVP tickets doing right now?
and also Pat, I don't even think we brought it up here. They've got defensive injuries now in Indy.
Well,
Like Sauce.
Tim was cheering on Sauce's injury.
No, I
you-
was
you
not.
cheered
I
him
was
walk
not.
into the
No,
locker
I
room?
was. No, I was
Jared,
not.
you were in the room.
There was no cheering going on.
Jared,
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, what a shame. I don't want to see him hurt. It doesn't advantage me one way or the other. It's not like the strength of their pick depends on Sauce playing or not. It's going to be a low pick regardless.
Why?
It's going to be a low pick regardless. I don't like Jets players not to do well when
Hold
they
on.
leave.
Why is it a low pick? Isn't it the Colts pick?
Yeah, so it's going to be a low pick. Like
So
in
when
the
the
late
Colts lose
20s.
games, if the Colts miss the playoffs, hypothetically, you get 19th overall.
It's the difference between 19th and 24th. Like not
Oh,
much.
Hey, what about when I asked you what the difference between 13th and 11th was? Then you went on a crazy
Well,
rant about how the 11th pick is secretly the second best pick in the
been
draft.
historically a very good pick spot.
Who did they pick with that? Who did they take with that pick?
Becton.
I don't know if you're
Oh, Jeff's
just
offensive
trolling
lineman.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion. My guy Becton.
Becky.
You might be trolling me now.
What do you mean? I don't really care that much between 19. Like, sure, in an ideal world, 19 is better
If the
than
Colts
24.
miss the playoffs, hypothetically at the wire, you get 19. If they make the playoffs, it could go as high as 30.
You're right, but like, whatever. Like, that's not enough for me to cheer for someone like to be bad.
Oh my guys, do you know it's never happened since we've known each other? Ever, ever, ever? I've never owned someone else's first round pick. I would be like every week if that team was losing, I'd be counting my 4 slots. I would. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Look at my eyes. I'm nuts.
So Jeff,
Help us out in the comment section with the Custy stuff.
or don't.
Like if there's tweets,
You know what?
if there's
Tim's
tweets
like
you remember,
back-to-back.
please put
Tim's
those in
run
there.
of
Link
shit
them.
List broke the Custies.
Maybe you should just retire it then.
I don't know. We have to do at least 2 more.
You don't have to.
We have to get to 10. Wait for
If I
Custy's
get 10, I'll win
XXX.
lifetime achievement. You'll win 10 straight Custies. It'll all even out.
Yeah, because that year there will be, maybe we'll retire the Custies that year. We'll do the 10th year, and then we'll do the 10 years of the Custy winners.
Okay.
Like the all-time Custies.
It sounds annoying.
So who are you taking, Jeff?
Like I said, he knows what the audience wants.
They want to pick from you.
I don't even remember what game we're on.
Indianapolis and
Oh, I
Jacksonville.
hate this game. I hate having to pick this game. If I was ahead on my playoff sims, I would pick whatever helped the Chargers more. I don't even know.
I
I
assume
definitely
it's
with
Jacksonville.
him.
I assume it's Jacksonville winning since they don't have the tiebreak against Jacksonville.
They don't have a tiebreak versus the Colts.
They lost to the Colts?
Yeah, remember in my piss in the yellow urine uniforms?
Oh yeah, gross.
I was there, bro.
Ugh.
It's the worst game of the Harbaugh era. Well, maybe the other the Chargers gotten dummied by the AFC South this year. That's for sure. And Houston will break my September for next year when they do something in 17. Oh, I don't know here. I guess who's at home?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Jags for Jeff. Last game of the early slate. It's Pittsburgh and Baltimore. 5.5. Baltimore's favored by 43.5 is the total. Kind of feels like too much.
No, it doesn't. Baltimore. Pittsburgh has got nothing. They got nothing.
Do we have any update on the status of TJ Watt, who limped off the field at the end of that Bills game? Because if he's not playing, real problems. Although I did see, again, it's ingrained in my memory. I think they only said it the one time, but the amount of rushing yards given up by the Steelers on Sunday by the Bills, who are not great at rushing the ball on a normal basis, Baltimore tends to be pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Whether it's with Derrick Henry or Rashid Ali or
They're
Keaton
just going
Mitchell.
to bully them. Bully them
All
completely.
right, you've sold me
Pittsburgh
on
has
Baltimore.
nothing for them.
I'll take Baltimore. Although this is like historically a field goal game.
Yeah, I know it is, but like the things are different.
So, the NFL is such a back and forth league. It seems like everyone is, and deservedly so. Like, if ask me my opinion on Pittsburgh, I don't really have anything nice to say.
It's Aaron
But, like,
Rodgers'
this whole,
42nd birthday today.
It just seems like no one is touching Pittsburgh this week at all. No one wants any part of them. They're gross. It's like pure NFL for them to come back and win, but I can't do it. I just can't do it.
You know what?
I
I'm
don't
actually
trust them.
I'm
Fading
compelled by your
anything-
case.
Fading that entire operation is the only move right now.
No,
So,
Pittsburgh for me. Plus 5.5.
Are they on your
I'm in.
teaser, Tim, or what?
No, it's 5.5, so they're not making the teaser.
You can tease Pittsburgh up.
I'm not doing that either.
Well, Lamar's loving throwing some picks these days. He just
So far, we only have the Jets on the teaser.
An extra rest for Baltimore.
Yeah, but Pittsburgh didn't really try in the last game, so they're super rested.
New York radio seems to think Tomlin will be their head coach next year. The Giants.
I don't think he'll be anyone's coach next year. Take a year off.
I could see him doing TV.
It would do him a world of good to take a year off, probably. You've been in football for so
deserves
many
it.
years.
He deserves it.
Take a year off, put your feet up, maybe do TV for a year, and then come back the year after. if you
Unless
like
that
somewhere.
Giants job was so appealing, which I don't think that it is. I think it's a good job. I was even joking earlier that they're going to end up 2-15. And they're going to be, I don't think they're necessarily going to be the Patriots of next year, but they're going to have a soft schedule. Neighbors will be back. Dart will be healthy. The offensive line will be healthy. They'll have the second overall pick.
Yeah.
Like everything will just kind of line up for them to be good next year.
Sure.
And they've lost a lot of these games by like a score.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my God. I don't want to be like old man football right now.
Old man football.
But part of me thinks like their problems are so deep there. Like their second overall pick. Like there's not a single veteran there. Like this guy's gonna get disciplined again and again. Brian
You're watching
Burns just
porn?
takes the money and goes home. No one like there's no veteran in that whole fucking building. What sort of clown show was Brian Dable allowing that the standard in what's acceptable there like plays? So
He went on Ozempic, then he wasn't eating, then he didn't have the energy to do anything anymore.
I agree, Pat. I agree. Which game? I know I'm kind of like off topic. I'll take Baltimore. I think Tampa, New Orleans, and where I go with 7 TVs. I think that's what's not going to be there.
And New Orleans is a pretty sad team. I'm telling you, Washington, Minnesota is low key really sad.
Yeah, I would
but
recommend that
Bengals
be
is
off.
Playing and McCarthy. I gotta see JJ off this injury.
mean,
if the
Cleveland,
internet's gonna
Tennessee
make
is
fun of him all
unwatchable.
week. I want to watch it.
Shadur is must watch TV.
Thankfully, I won't have to watch much.
No, it is must watch. But like Pat, are you guys putting the Jets Dolphins game on the big? Oh yeah,
I'm in Kansas City.
If
this
we
week.
were here,
If we were here, yes,
it
we
would be
put that.
Buffalo and Cincinnati on the main screen.
Yeah, that's true. It would be Buffalo, or it'd be Indy Jags,
That would be the other option. But I think Buffalo.
or we would just
Cincinnati.
replay Dallas Detroit from Thursday if
Maybe.
it was so good. We wouldn't really. That does bring us to the midway point of the show, which means it's time for a mini version of Cust Corner.
Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. He's got the hottest takes with the highest stakes. He should be president of the United States, but it's Cust Corner, it's Cust Corner. Cust Corner.
So something that's been I've been thinking about this,
Amen.
something I've been thinking about this week,
This reggae.
and I don't understand it. And maybe someone will help explain to me what the purpose of the snooze button is. I don't get it. Why? What's the value in 6 extra minutes of sleep? It's probably not even healthy for you to try to like go back to sleep for 6 or 7 minutes when you're not going to get into a proper sleep cycle. Like, I don't understand the snooze button. I don't know who's using that button. I don't know why every phone has it, why radio alarms used to have it. What's the purpose of that button?
I'm with you.
I think it's dumb.
As someone who sleeps in a bed with someone who sets 8 separate timers to get up that she turns off on each of them and just goes with the last one, it's very annoying.
What's the purpose of that button? What does it do? Like, I mean, I know, I understand physically what it does, but like, what's the purpose of that button? Who's using the snooze button?
Does anyone get anything out of the extra 10 minutes?
I don't understand it.
Geoff?
So, I mean, I don't really even disagree with him, but I'd say, of course, a guy sees no value in like 15 extra minutes of sleep if he doesn't even see the value in like 6 slots in a professional draft. So, not surprised one bit there. I would say for me, when I had to be up like on a hard time in my own world on a past life, I would say that I would like to be like woken up like 20 minutes before I actually had to get out of bed. I don't know. I sort of like that, just laying there for a bit.
I think it's a good discipline to like the alarm goes off and you just get up.
Well, I don't
Unless
care.
you're going to back to bed for like another hour or
The
something.
shower goes on, you get in cold water.
Yeah. Get up and go.
It's not so much that I think it's like the discipline of getting up at the time your alarm goes off. It's just I want the maximum amount of sleep as possible. So
That's fine.
I'm setting my alarm as late as I possibly can, knowing at that point I have to get up.
Yeah, like what is that? I don't know what benefit you're deriving from 7 minutes. Makes no sense to me. Okay. Other thing. I mentioned this to people before, but so I'll ask you, Geoff. Do you think this is a good idea? Because I think this is a good idea. I can't stand potholes. I can't stand them. I think that every street that is paved should be repaved every 3 years, no matter what. We should be doing everything in our power possible to prevent potholes. And so if that means paving when it really doesn't need to be done right away, that's okay. Because what it ensures, we're not getting the potholes. And places that are even more trafficked, they should be paved even more often than every 3 years. We need to be constantly paving roads so that we don't have to deal with potholes. I would rather deal with construction than with potholes.
As someone pointed
When
out to
did
you.
we talk about this? You made it like we
No,
had
you
some-
and I haven't talked about it.
Cust mentioned this to us in the house on Sunday, and as was pointed out by our friend, we don't live in Dubai.
Whatever.
How is anyone going to afford this?
It's a worthy investment.
It's not. It's a terrible
And
idea.
since now that those ramps exist that you can drive over top of the
There's
construction,
one of them. There's one of those ramps.
you could use those. Construction, paving should always be. We shouldn't have roads that get paved every 15 or 20 years, and they have big grooves on them on the highway that people are hydroplaning in. I don't like that. And I don't like potholes. I think there should be good, solid roads that don't have ruts, that don't have potholes, that don't have cracks, that are easy to drive on. Who doesn't love driving on a stretch of road that's relatively freshly paved? It makes it a far more enjoyable driving experience. We should be paving these roads all the time to keep them up to that level.
Would you be willing to pay a road tax?
I mean, I'm not even opposed to the idea of tolls on roads because that's at least the people who are using them are the people who are paying the most for them. And the people who don't use them or who use public transit are not paying for them. That doesn't bother me as much.
I don't want to pay more tax.
No, but at least if it's more just if the people using the commodity are the ones who are paying for its upkeep rather than
Yeah,
the
but
people
that's
who
not
don't.
fair. That'd be like saying, if you might not have kids, or your kids could be out of the school system. Like your taxes still go to helping the school. Like just because you are not,
but we
if
all
only people
derive
with
benefit from
kids
that.
paid for the schools, then the schools would be so much more screwed than they already are.
No, but we need to be funding schools because those are the people for whom maybe I don't have kids, but they need to be educated so that we can have a future career of people who are doctors and lawyers and engineers and chemists. So they're like having a good educational system, that I'm paying for that maybe I personally am not deriving direct benefit from. I'm certainly deriving clear and obvious indirect benefits from. And so that
you
still makes
see
sense.
the pavers and you give like a big thumbs up. Keep up the
Because
great
what
work.
it means is that I'm not driving in ruts
But
on the highway. I'm not dealing with potholes.
Your big pothole thing is mainly where we live, and most of the places that get paved right away end up with potholes after 3 months anyway because of the weather we have here.
We should be paving roads more frequently so that
Yeah, the
people don't
weather
have
screws
potholes.
up even
The weather here
weather
screws
off.
everything up. So even the freshly paved stuff are going
All
to...
the more reason to pave more often than every decade.
No.
Yes.
You need someone just going around to fill the
Why don't you
potholes.
run for local? Like,
I
a
don't
local
want.
position?
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
like that.
You're a
You
good
wouldn't want to-
orator. You'd make the case.
I don't want that. But I'm just simply making the case that I would like roads that were not potholed or rutted, and frequent paving would solve that
You
problem.
never lost an election on here.
Yeah.
No one likes potholes.
Thank you.
Good platform, popular take.
Potholes are bad.
Paving all the time, slowing down the entire city, bad
Well,
take.
because we can't have my ideal world of the multiple levels of roads that you all shot down. So we can't have that. That would be better. There'd be less use because there would be various cars on different levels of the
Can
road.
I
But we
make a
can't.
suggestion?
Yeah, why don't you just buy us all hover cars? And then that's
Well,
not a
I'll
problem,
make a
Tim.
suggestion, Tim.
What?
Maybe you get a little higher up, off the ground and get out of that Corolla.
All right, stop it. The Camry, it's not a Corolla. You know it's not a Corolla.
Maybe you should drive a monster truck.
Those are not street legal.
You make your own rules.
I just
Why don't you
Run-
get
run-
a Hummer?
Run for mayor, make your own rules. You can drive a monster truck.
no. You have to put too much gas in a Hummer, and I don't like getting out of the car.
Okay,
and having
so-
to fill up and.
So it's the physical putting the gas in is the problem, not how much money it would
Well,
cost.
the money is annoying, but like it's the frequency that really bothers me. Here's a tip. If you are not sure at night whether you should get gas now or wait till the morning, go now. Go now. Don't wait. You will be your future you will be very happy that you filled up this evening rather than tomorrow morning.
You know, I filled up my wife's tank last night, and I felt like a great husband.
That's a great thing to do.
But he filled it up with the wrong kind of gas. He filled it up with the poor gas, and I took the rich gas.
I don't understand. Okay, here's someone who knows more about cars can explain this to me, because I don't understand this. I get why you need to have the Supreme gas for the certain types
What's the middle one do?
Yeah, I don't understand what plus is for.
I don't know what the
or
middle
silver
one does either.
if it's a gold. Like I get why most people just deal with regular fuel, and I get why some high performance vehicles need Supreme. Who's buying plus? What's plus for? Who owns a car where it's like, I can only use... Have you ever seen anyone use the plus nozzle? Have you ever used the plus nozzle yourself? I'm assuming, like with everything, there is a reason it exists. There's a purpose for plus gas. It completely eludes me as a motorist. I've been driving for 20 years. I've never used it. I've never seen anybody use it, but I'm sure it must have a purpose, and I don't understand it at all.
I've never seen anyone use it either. Maybe like if you just give your car some extra love, you don't want to put in like the higher end stuff.
But like the
But you
price
hit the
difference
middle
is so marginal between plus and Supreme, you might as well go Supreme at that point.
Some vehicles recommend but don't require mid-grade for slightly better efficiency or smoother operation. It can help reduce knock in engines that occasionally ping on 87, but for many people, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Is what 89 octane mid-grade.
Yeah, I get the high test. I get regular stuff. I don't get the middle ground. You're gonna. I mean, unless like the high test is gonna be
at the tank, or do you go inside?
I cannot stand paying.
I know.
No, paying at the pump.
Why?
I like to go in. I like to see what they've got on sale. I like to buy. I like to go. That's a part of my gas.
This is
filling
your
up
problem,
experience.
where it's like it's 3 for $8 drinks, but you only want one, but you can't resist the savings.
I can't resist the saving. I bought 3 of these today because they were on sale. I only wanted one, but I bought 3. But I
Don't go in.
didn't fill up the-
You just don't go in. You save money.
don't-
You're saving money not going in.
I don't like tapping my card on that machine.
You don't need to. Just use your watch.
I don't like it.
You have a watch.
I
Just
don't
go
like
beep.
like if I fill up and it's an uneven number. I don't like to pre-authorize and then like no. What I like to do is pump my gas and go inside where it's warm and see what maybe items I might like to purchase and purchase my gas.
Like maybe Reese's cups are on
Maybe.
sale. Like,
You know
are
what?
looking for?
Something. You never know.
As someone who is
I
successful,
like going to gas stations
as
inside.
someone who has successfully lost a bunch of weight already, to keep that weight off or to lose some more weight, I can't imagine anything you would buy in a gas station could be good for you.
Do
You
eat
can get
those
water
meat
anywhere.
sticks? Do you eat meat sticks, Tim?
Not
Or
not
like
really. But I mean they're good.
or Slim Jims or what?
No, not really. I find them too greasy. And they're hard to eat because you get all that plastic and they get your hands all covered in film, and I don't like that. It's not for me. But I do like to go inside. I will admit, like I like going to grocery stores. I like to walk up and down the aisles.
There's
People
a new
know.
cola flavor, and I was inside.
I know. I saw it too, and it
What
frustrated
is it
me.
again? What is
It's
it?
Festive vanilla cream Coke.
Why do they keep trying to make these? Vanilla's failed for them like 3 different
Every
iterations.
time it fails. I don't. They did vanilla, then they did orange vanilla. Now they're doing festive vanilla. I don't get it either. It doesn't stick. So clearly there isn't a desire for it. Yet they
Someone
keep
there's
roll-
really, listen, I usually make fun of you for how angry you get when they just change something up. But someone is trying very hard to make vanilla work, and the consumer keeps saying no thank you.
Yes.
Big vanilla.
They don't want it. They don't want it. But yes, I can't
They bought so much vanilla for the first run that they feel they don't want to waste it. They found other ways to use it.
They bought it in the early 80s and they still got it.
If I'm driving by a gas station, I kind of need gas. I mean, I don't ever get down to where the light comes.
Are you a loyalist to a specific brand?
Not specifically, but I'll tell you what, if I'm driving to get gas
What
and the
is-
only pumps available are the only pay at the pump pumps, I'm not stopping. I'm going to another gas station.
What if you're already out of your car and you realize it at the pump?
There's a sign that's at least where we are. There's always a sign that
How do you
says,
find it so difficult to do it?
I don't like it. Okay.
What is it that you don't like
It's
about
all a
it?
part of the
Gotta
social.
look for snacks if he pays
It's
at the pump.
indicative of a low trust society where you can't trust people to pump their gas and go inside and pay.
But you can. You just go to a different pump. You can wait.
No, that's an American thing. We don't have to. We can pump first.
Yeah,
But there are more and more places that have pumps that are only pay at the pumps.
Yeah, but they also have the other pumps where you can pump your own gas.
But
too.
sometimes those are filled
Well,
up.
then you gotta wait. I'm sorry, because some people would like to get in and out, not spend their entire
Why
day
on
at the
earth
fucking
are you
gas station.
so afraid of paying at the pump?
I don't
though?
not just don't like it. I'm not comfortable with it. It's
I
not
get
what
it.
I
You
do.
don't get to see what like the new Slurpee flavors
Well, I also
are.
like doing that too. I like going inside. I like going to see what there is. I like to pay inside. I like to that is
Yeah, but
what
it's not a
I like
Buc-ee's.
to do.
It's like an 8x8 shitbox store.
Sometimes they're nicer. It doesn't matter. The point is I don't like paying at the pump. I don't feel like I need to pay at the pump. I am not one of these irresponsible people who run their car down to a 16th of a tank before they fill up.
When do you fill up?
It depends on the time of year. In the winter, I never let it go past a half a tank. In the summer, I never let it get past a quarter tank.
You know, the police called me once. I forgot to pay.
Really?
Tim, no, it wasn't my fault.
I'm curious to know both what happened and why it wasn't your fault that you drove off.
So I go inside.
Did someone from Barstool show up across the street and you had to leave?
No, Tim, hear me out. I mean, it is my fault, but me, once you hear the story, you'd be like, okay, like it's less his fault. So I pay, I fill her up, I go inside. Like it's on security cam because I had to have them explain to me because I'm like, ma'am, I paid, right? Like I paid. Here's the miss. Got my snacks or whatever I was getting. And again, this is one of these freaking gas stations where they got the Tim Hortons that are ruining society and it just makes a mess and confusion. But I paid, but I told them, but they only charged me for my like stuff in the store, not the gas. And
okay.
I'm dumb enough to like just trust that the employee's not going to like upcharge me. So I just like don't even look. I just like pay. I like double click okayed and I paid. And I'm like, I paid. Then I went to look at my card and it was like a $4 charge. I was like, okay, yeah. So small misunderstanding. But then I paid them.
I understand your position. You thought you had purchased the gas. You just didn't, but you thought you had. That's that.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to like.
No.
Yeah.
I get that. I get what you're saying.
Did you see a lot of people didn't do turkey for Thanksgiving this year? They did steak or they did
big
ham.
hate on turkey.
Yeah, a lot of anti-turkey coming out.
Really?
I just listen. I know some people in my family that make incredible turkey. The turkey at the barbecue joint that got shut down because the guy went crazy in COVID. That's the best turkey I ever had in my life.
Better than the one you had back in October?
At the thing?
Yeah, for
better.
Thanksgiving. Wow.
Better. But I could see like, I've been to some shitty places where, an aunt or, make a shit roast beef. So I get like people can screw it up, but good turkey's great. I don't know what the hate is.
Yeah, it's lean. It's tasty. The gravy is good. I mean, I get
And it's a great. Like I love sides. So turkey's actually like a good thing to complement sides.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I'm
Totally.
a side lover.
I mean,
So,
if you're not having turkey, it means you're not having dressing, and the dressing is the best part.
like,
Yeah,
don't get
turkey.
me wrong, and I'll be in Palm Beach for Christmas, Tim. I'm gonna go to some nice Christmas parties. I'm gonna look at that glistening ham that I don't get at any of my Jew dues. I can't wait. So I got nothing bad to say about the ham, but people like I noticed like there's just been a lot of hate for turkey, which I don't really get.
It's fine if you don't want to do a turkey, but like,
What would be your substitution then? If you took turkey off the table, anything is now on the table. What would you want to serve?
at Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
probably like a prime rib or a roast beef would be the.
I saw someone make ribs. That sounded delicious.
Yeah, but that's not Thanksgiving. That's
Well,
not a
it's
big
not
roast.
Thanksgiving.
There
Once you
should be a
switch up the
roast.
turkey, it's
There
not.
should be a roast dinner of
Why
some
not be
sort.
roasted?
I just think it should
Ribs
be.
alone is like I don't want to say weird, but like you could do ribs with steak. Like there's so many things you could also do.
Steak
with
is weird
rib.
too. Like a roast beef or a roast pork or
Here's
a
a hot
chicken.
take. People fuck up roast beef all the time.
It is easy to do. Granted.
Like
And
if people cook turkey poorly, they cook roast beef also
Yeah.
very poorly.
I don't get it.
Nothing worse than getting like a well done roast beef.
There's nothing wrong with not going with turkey, but I don't want people walking around letting them know how much better they are than me because they went with a prime rib rather than a turkey. Like, okay, hold on. Turkey's great. You don't want turkey? That's okay. You don't have to have turkey. But don't make it seem like that I'm just so chopped. I'm so
But I'll be
such an
honest,
unk
like,
for going
if
for
I
turkey.
went- I don't want someone to experiment on Thanksgiving.
No. In fact, anything, yeah, Thanksgiving
Like,
and Christmas, I want what I
need the
want.
classics. There's like a minor expectation. Like, you can't take a classic like a mac and cheese and put your own like random shit in it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, on
Invite me
Thanksgiving,
over for a Sunday, a weekend dinner. You do whatever you want. Not on
Exactly.
Thanksgiving.
there are classic couple of meals a year that really, I think you should try to keep the same as much as possible. For that reason, because there's a tradition to it. And it's good. The reason everybody eats turkey isn't because the turkey lobby is just like so clever to have conned us all into eating turkey for 250 years. Because turkey is big, so you can serve a lot of people, lots of leftovers. It's delicious, and it's a little different. You don't have a roast turkey any other time of the year.
What's
What
on your
time
Thanksgiving
would you
plate,
eat?
Tim?
Because
all
I see
the
people
classics.
like there's a potpourri of like times people like the families get together. Some people start at 11, other people do dinner.
I mean, for me, we do Thanksgiving always around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
The McDonald's.
Same as Christmas. We do Christmas around 2, 3
Yeah,
o'clock.
what time
in the
do you go to
afternoon.
McDonald's before or after again? I forget.
Depends. If I'm picking somebody up before, maybe I'll pick that. Maybe it might be a two. It might be a
two a day.
A 2 a day. It's happened. It's happened. Usually before, because I usually have eaten enough that I don't want any afterwards.
You ever follow the World of Statistics Twitter account?
No, I don't.
It has the ranking for the best cities for nightlife in the world. What do you think are we Family Feud style this like top 10? What do you think are in there?
Tokyo.
No. Why would Tokyo be?
Miami?
Miami is not on the list.
Oh, so I don't know what we're going for. Vegas, though? Like,
Vegas is number 1.
yeah.
London.
Brighton. I don't know what that is, but that's the UK one.
Brighton is not in London. It's on the south coast.
Okay, well that's number 7 on the list.
Like Madrid or something? I don't know.
Madrid is number 2.
Spain? I mean, Greece.
Jeff is
I'm-
pretending like he doesn't know, but he knows.
Greece?
Greece
Athens?
is a country, so
Or sorry, like the main Greece city.
Athens.
no, Athens is not on the list.
Listen, I don't want to cause any controversy, but holy shit, like Tel Aviv fucks so hard.
Not on the list.
Yeah, it should be.
More than Amsterdam?
Oh, I guess, but I don't know. That's weird. That's like sex work.
Is there any other American?
That's
or
not
North
like
American
authentic
cities on there?
to me.
No, it seems like they picked 1 per country. Athens is actually number 20 on the list.
Munich.
No, it's Berlin number 5, Shanghai number 4.
Okay.
Don't quite get that one.
What about
Pal-
like somewhere in Russia, like in the movie Triple X?
Hong Kong.
No, we got Paris, Melbourne, Mexico City, Dubai, Mumbai, Cape Town, Warsaw, Bangkok. I feel like Bangkok would have been higher. I've heard you can get dangerous there. I heard that from a movie.
Ask Hainzer.
Hainzer's in Vietnam right now, though, isn't he?
I don't know.
That's what Cam was saying. There's mountains where it's cold and he can go there and do opium.
Live like a king for $12 a day or something. Right?
I want to give a piece of small advice to the people who are hosting Christmas parties.
I'm
Uh-oh.
hosting a Christmas party that you're
Uh-oh.
coming to.
As you're getting your meal ready, your food ready, just pick normal things that people like.
Like what?
Don't pick the like super fancy, I'm going to impress all my friends
Like,
with
give
this
us an example.
really chic thing. Go with meatballs. Go with chicken tenders. Go with fruits. Go with cookies. Go with the things that people like.
So you just do like a kid's menu.
Yeah, you see, you want a
Go
kid's-
with bacon wrapped scallops. Go with like the handful of classics that you know.
What are the ones that
Get some
but
ch-
give
get some
examples
matzo
of things
sticks.
that they shouldn't serve?
You don't need
You
something
can't
in
give host
phyllo.
advice. You show up with a frozen box of $12 matzo sticks.
You
from
don't-
the grocer's freezer.
People like those. You don't need some phyllo wrapped piece of brie with watercress and like you're not unless you're like, you know, if you live like Geoff on the bridal path and you have your friends to impress, or if you live like in
I
Manhattan.
don't, but I showed Tim some nice Christmas decorations.
You do.
nearby
You
that
did.
I really like. Yeah.
Unless you're like in super high society or something. Just people at Christmas time at a Christmas party just want normal, comfortable foods that they'll enjoy and that they want.
You will not
They don't
see
want
chicken
fancy things.
tenders at my party.
But
Okay.
Jew
'Cause
here,
it's
I
for
would say,
adults.
having just said what I said about Thanksgiving, Christmas is where the hosts can like get fucking wild. I think.
Depends.
I know. I think it's like a totally different sort of choose your own adventure.
Well, with Christmas, you have a couple of different options that are classic. Like ham is very traditional at
We,
Christmas.
we did steak last year for Christmas.
I mean, you can. Obviously, you can do anything you'd like.
But
But
that's
I don't
delicious.
know. I'm weird. I would demand things from Thanksgiving, but Christmas, I'd say like you let your freak flag fly if that's how you want to host.
I guess.
That's because it means nothing to Jeff.
Normal
No, I love
foods.
Christmas. Maybe next week I'll do my 10 Jews' 10 favorite things about Christmas. Maybe we'll save that for closer to Christmas.
Yeah, that could be a special Hanukkah episode.
8 days of lists. You thought the list would give out after one day? No, it didn't. It just kept going
on
and
going.
going and going.
Let's get to this late set
I
of
like
games.
how Hanukkah is really, I think, up with Christmas this year. I hate when Hanukkah is like super early or super late. I really enjoy when our calendar hits the normal calendar.
How about this? Just go by the normal calendar. Make it easy on
it's
yourself.
it's a religious holiday and based on the lunar
I
calendar.
would.
and so-
My wife cares too much.
So you just, Jeff, you tell the people.
Hanukkah's
Like,
8
listen,
nights.
it's
She's
on
got
the-
to be out of
It's
town
on the
for
18th
work.
every year. Don't worry about it.
My wife's got to be out of town for work. Potentially something like important is up in the air, and she might have to miss like a day or two in the middle of Hanukkah. And she's like mortified.
It's like
And I'm
8
like-
days, isn't it?
Yeah,
is?
I'm like,
Okay,
who
well,
cares?
Thanksgiving
I have
has
the
2 of
thought
the
like
8
him with the
days.
draft picks. Who cares?
Yeah, but like you played golf on Shavuot, Jeff, so you're not too concerned.
Yeah, that's not like only a that's not a high holiday.
No, but it's a holiday. It's a day of contemplation.
If it was important enough, the club would close.
Fair enough.
I like that attitude towards it. This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Holidays, they're here, which means it's officially gift giving season. Nothing says, I appreciate you, quite like the gift of smoothness of your balls. Whether you're shopping for your partner, your brother, or honestly, yourself, the Manscaped Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate upgrade. This thing is a full grooming arsenal. You get the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Trimmer. Super precise, very reliable, and great for keeping everything neat before those holiday parties or date nights or random people that you haven't seen in 15 years that you meet at a bar when you go home at Christmas time. You want to be trimmed, all right? Plus, the Weed Whacker 3.0 for nose, ear, and eyebrow cleanup so you're not showing up with rogue hairs trying to ruin your family photos is a must. Give the gift of smooth this holiday season with the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. Get 15% off your entire order with code PATMAYO at manscaped.com. That's 15% off with code PATMAYO at manscaped.com. Stay on top of your grooming game and be ready for anything the season throws your way. Now that I'm old, I've had to come to the fact that I just don't bounce back the way that I used to. I don't wake up in the morning feeling normal. And now that football season has started, that is absolutely unacceptable. 'Cause I got work to do in the morning and I got kids that are waking up. It's no good. But that isn't a problem anymore because I found Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol. The Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic, invented by PhD scientists to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for the rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol the first drink of your night. Drink responsibly, and you'll feel the best tomorrow. Go to zbiotics.com/PatMayo to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use PatMayo at checkout. Z-Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/PatMayo and use the code PatMayo at checkout for 15% off. Let's get back to the games. Denver and Vegas. Vegas is a 7.5-point underdog. 40 is the total. Just give me Denver.
Yeah, same here.
You can't take Vegas. Like I had them last week to cover the 10 against the Chargers, which they almost did. Then they just didn't come close. At the
To
end.
Jeff's point, they're the worst team in the league.
No, they're not.
Or either the 31A or 31B.
if I think the score was actually flattering to the Raiders last week because the Herbert hand thing, if the Chargers had to go under center with like a 4th and short one more time, they would have gone to Lance because they were at the goal line. Herbert wouldn't go under center. And then on another drive where we turned it over on a 4th and 1 out of shotgun, dog dick. Yeah, the game was more lopsided than the final score. It really was, and it was an incredibly lopsided game. This game will be stupid, though, probably like the last time they played, so give me the Raiders. They're the worst team in the league, and I should be getting more points.
It does feel like we should be getting more points here. Although it's a big home underdog in division. These have been covering at like a historical rate this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Chicago and Green Bay. I got a hot take on this game. Might be my super low. Green Bay is a 6.5 point favorite. 44 is the total. I love the Bears.
Okay.
There's one thing you can really do to Green Bay. It's hard to pass on them, as we've seen. Teams with high octane passing offenses have struggled all year against the Packers. The teams that have had the most success against them, outside of Dallas in the game that they ended up pushing, but Javonte went off in that game. You can run on the Packers. If there's one thing the Bears can do and want to do, it is run the ball down your throats. They just did it to a better run defense in Philly last week on the road. I think they're going to be able to, I'm not saying they're going to win this game outright, but this just reeks of a field goal game.
I've been extremely critical of Green Bay for, I don't know, the last time I picked them.
And
Stay
Chicago.
away. Stay away.
I don't know how long I picked them for. And like I said, they had to impress me. My goodness, what they did on Thursday was super impressive. Now, the Bears were impressive too. I've been picking against both these teams a lot. And I guess I have to pick against one of them again. I'm going to take the Packers. The Packers are playing great.
All those Packers people who've come out of the woodwork, Tim doesn't pick us, Tim doesn't respect us. You know what? Be careful what you wish for on that front, okay? Tim's on the Packers now.
I should be eating a big slice of humble pie right now because I've been wrong about Green Bay and Chicago for like 2 months. And okay, you win. I'm going to take the Packers here.
How do you see it, Geoff? I'm very excited to watch this game. Not because it's going to be wildly entertaining. I think it's going to be just a foolish, low-scoring game. But in that case, that's why I like the points.
I just wonder if Tom will be talking to the Chicago, offensive
See if you
coordinator.
get Ben Johnson as his head coach.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, listen, Ben.
Listen.
I have a prepared joke to tell you.
I am, as a Chargers fan, I'm quite pleased that Ben Johnson didn't want any part of whatever Brady was selling, but that was his job. If he wanted it, that's well documented. There's only 3-4 o'clock games, so and 2 of them are shit. So we better hope this one's a great game. So you'll be watching it and enjoying it in Kansas City. I'm gonna lean Packers. Maybe it's more of I'm just gonna bet on bear regression happening. That's not smart, but I didn't say I really want to bet this game with real money. But give me the Packers here. I'll lay 6.5, whatever.
I could see alting. You're going to tease them down. I could see alting the Packers because the Bears' defense isn't very good. It's just wildly opportunistic that if they do get the opportunity to generate a turnover, this year they've been doing it. Eventually that does stop and it could all catch up at one time.
I was really shocked at how well that defense played on Friday. I really thought they were going to struggle.
You shouldn't be shocked at that because Philly's offense sucks.
I guess that's got to be what it is. And I keep assuming
it's just wildly predictable.
I keep assuming they're going to bounce back. But
how many 100-yard rushing games this year does Barkley have?
None.
One.
Does he have one?
He ran all over the Giants and it was like, oh, Barkley's back. He hasn't done anything since.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough game. I think you're right that Chicago's path to success is going to be on the ground.
Which shortens the game.
Yeah,
generally.
I get it, but I just...
the amount of pressure that Green Bay can generate without blitzing is concerning. But Caleb's good at getting away from pressure. One thing he's good at, it's that.
But I've been impressed by them.
Avoidance is masterful.
Green Bay has earned my pick. So
his sack avoidance was fantastic until he thought he was faster than TJ Watt, which he was not.
No.
Question.
Oh, yes.
You say, and not just you, but everybody's like, the turnovers, not sustainable. Is there something to stripping the ball, jumping routes?
It is sustainable in a season. It is sustainable.
It's not that it's sustainable. It's that it doesn't just wildly... it's no different than the one-score games with the Chiefs last year. Just it was hard to foresee. It's not necessarily like, oh, you go 11-0 one year, you go 0-7 the next year. It's just it tends to baseline normalize over time. There is a skill to punching the ball. There is a skill to jumping routes. But
there isn't a skill to recovering fumbles.
No,
that's the thing.
It's like that thing with
Dolphins and
Belichick. Like
Jets
they never
played this
lost
year,
a fumble.
and I
'cause he
feel like
caught
the
them.
ball was on the carpet 6 times in the game, and the Dolphins got every single one.
Yeah,
So
forced fumbles is a skill, but recovered fumbles is a coin flip because of how that oblong shaped ball bounces. You don't know what's going to. But like teams that like have this good luck throughout a year tend to keep it up the whole year, and then it's the next year that things bounce back. So Chicago could keep on doing that, but.
And they did get a lot of their defensive pieces back last week too.
Yeah, it should be.
It's helpful when you get your good players back.
It should be a great game. I still have more questions about Williams.
I think Green Bay is the better team here.
Well, sure.
But I just think that people continue to underrate this run that Chicago's on right now.
I guess I can need to underrate. I mean, they're the number one team in the NFC. And like, if we were going to power rank our NFC teams, they might not be in the top 5.
They'd be 8th.
Yeah, like, and yet they're the number one. It's like the other Titans won the AFC regular season, but like nobody thought they were the best team or the second best or the third best.
Well, I want to look up the odds. I think that the Bears have better odds of missing the playoffs than they do of winning the NFC North.
Like, aren't they like in the mid to low 20s in DVOA? Like, they're not high.
No, they're not at all. Let's see. Overall DVOA, they are Chicago 19th.
I mean, which is fine, but not for the top team in the conference, which is stacked.
It's because their defense has been so bad.
No, that's right.
But they mitigate that with generating 3 turnovers a game.
It is true, but like Green Bay's offense, when it's clicking, as we saw on Thursday, my goodness, they're very tough to stop and difficult to contain.
The last of the late games is Rams at Cardinals. No word yet on if Marvin Harrison is going to play in this game. No word if Trey Benson is going to play for the Cardinals as of right now, but they're 8-point underdogs at home against the Rams coming off a horrible loss to the Panthers. The Cardinals, depending on Geoff, they lost you as the Superlock last week, but they actually covered for me when I actually bet them, which was just one of those situations of what the time of the week that we end up doing the show. But is this the reeling Rams all of a sudden? Is the Stafford luck run gone? Is he throwing picks again? Division game, big number at home? Or is the Rams just dog walk them?
Great team off a loss, dog walks the shitty team they play the next week. I don't actually want to bet it, but my like cap on the game is pretty fucking simple, and I'm not overthinking it one bit.
If you think, as we have for a while, that the Rams are, if not the best team, one of the 2 or 3 very best teams in the NFL, then they should get off the mat after a game where they just turn the ball over a lot. That's why they lost. That was literally the reason. And one of those turnovers wasn't Stafford's fault, but a couple were, and they lost based on turnovers in the rain outdoors. That can happen to a good team. They should bounce back against the Cardinals and knock them out.
Proud of the Panthers, though. That was cool.
Yeah, it was a good win. I mean, talk about a team I really have very little kind things to say about, but I keep winning.
What do you think they are in DVOA?
They've got to be like 26th.
25th.
Yeah, there you have it. But good for them.
And they're probably not making the playoffs, but it just seems like if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm excited for where that team could be in
Bryce
like 12
has saved
months
his
from
job
now.
because
well, here's the thing. Like, are you that excited? You're excited that there's pieces in place, and we spoke about this on Sunday night, that I would be starting to get freaked out if I was a Panthers fan, that they look at Bryce Young and be like, extension? No,
I can
thank you.
unequivocally promise you guys that is not happening.
They'll pick up the 5th-year option, run him back again?
Maybe not even. I can assure you that's a smart front office. They brought over Brant Tillis from Kansas City, and he hired a lot of really bright people, some of which we know, and there's no way they're fooled. There's no way. No way.
So what do you do?
There's a prediction market on the Panthers giving Bryce Young an extension. I'll put up everything I got.
So is it Kyler Murray? Is it Mac Jones? Like, where do they turn next year then?
Mac is possible. Maybe they trade assets and make another draft move, but they're winning too many games this year to be in any real position. So unfortunately, yes, Pat, Aaron, they don't have an answer, but they know it's not Bryce. They know.
I think they'd pick up.
I would pick up the 5th-year option. I think there's very little downside to that. You get him cheaper than you would if you had to sign a big contract to somebody, and like,
and that doesn't mean you can't sign someone else.
Well, you can let him walk at the end of that 5th year if he doesn't impress. I think you buy another year. I think that's what you got to do. He was the first pick in the draft. Like, what are you gonna do?
You don't listen. If you attach yourself to him,
I
you're
know.
not going to be just. They are looking to repeat
It's
what
a new
Miami
regime.
just did.
These guys didn't draft him.
So you don't have to re-sign him to a big number. Picking up the 5th-year option is cheap, and you're not going to have a high pick anyway. So like, keep him.
What about your boy? Maybe, or maybe he'll be starting for the Eagles next year when it really hits the fan. Well, your boy McGee.
Tanner McKee.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Tanner McKee. I've been a big fan of Tanner McKee.
They were the Eagles radios demanding he plays.
Well, that
Oh yeah, I saw Eagles radio running a poll whether they want him to play. These fans are fucking
just you
psychos.
wait. I have a very strong take on that game.
so do I actually. But
You know what's funny though, Pat? Like the Philly fans that I know who have no association to Philly itself are like normal fans, like Chris Meany, for example. Like it's something about the city or the people or how they breed them. I don't know.
it's a tough look.
It's unfathomable.
They're
What's
gonna
wrong with
eat
you?
horse shit when the team wins it all. But man, is that leash short as shit.
I can't
for
imagine
them, I
it's a
guess.
fun city to play in.
It would be miserable to play in, to coach in. Yeah, yeah. Ugh.
I'm taking Arizona in the points.
Okay.
Arizona with Jacoby Brissett. They can get you some garbage time touchdowns.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, backdoor, I guess. But
Or they'll just keep throwing. They'll throw 55 times and maybe they'll get there.
fake sharp, this Cardinals coach, I tell you.
You think he's done?
I don't know.
He's a loser, Gagnon?
Okay, so like more likely done Gannon or Morris.
Morris.
Oh, Morris is done.
You don't
Morris
think
is,
they're both just done?
they might both be done, but,
But
Morris is for
definitely
sure
done. Oh yeah, he's gone. Black Monday, gone.
Yeah. And they're gonna hire someone who me and Tim are gonna be like, we like this guy.
We love Atlanta this year.
Honestly, with a good offensive minded coach in there, they look how bad the NFC South was this year. If they were even a modicum of competence, they would be like up 3 games in this division.
But
But
they're not.
they have, get a better coach in there. You never know. Things can shake up.
They were like this before Ricky Morris showed up. They're kind of like the Jets in that way, where just in perpetuity, they're the same.
I can see myself not having to be twisted very, very, very hard to pick Atlanta next year as a surprise team.
Sunday Night Football, Houston at Kansas City. Kansas City's a 3-point favorite, 43.5 is the total. Give me Kansas City.
I'll take the better team and the points.
I find it hard to, like, there's no metric that you could basically look at to say that Houston's better than
That
Kansas City.
defense. That defense is voracious.
That defense
They have got
is
exactly
excellent.
the type of defense you need against Mahomes.
I disagree.
What will
I
harass
completely disagree.
Okay.
I think the Mahomes is the perfect elixir to this defense. They're going to give up a ton of rushing yards to Mahomes because they're going to like Kansas City could be playing without both tackles.
What I
which is-
mean.
but Mahomes is the perfect. It's just like Josh Allen, and it didn't work out for him because he has no one to throw to. But Mahomes does have people
It'll
to
be
throw to.
just like Josh Allen.
It
I
won't
agree.
be because you have
Sacks
Kelsey to
galore.
throw to. You have Rishi Rice to throw to. You have guys that can like kind of get open downfield. Like there's big play potential.
Which
from
he
Kansas
can't hit
City
right
in this
now.
game.
He hasn't hit all year. I think Texans are going to maul him. I like the Texans against the number, and I like the Texans.
Coin will go with Kansas City and me, Jeff. Where do you want to go?
This is so tough. Because I can actually see the Chiefs winning and not covering, right?
Let's not pretend like Houston's offense isn't a bag of dicks. It's
you know what though? They're
It
just like
sucks.
Denver, and Denver's back.
No,
of dicks went in there.
it's not like Denver because at least Denver has someone competent calling plays and is trying to scheme things open. And it's not like guys aren't open on Denver. Bo Nix just routinely misses them down the field. These guys are wide open. Like the scheme is good. And the offense, it's not like they don't score points. Houston can't block. And CJ Stroud looked pathetic in that game against Indy. This is a better defense he's going up
All
against.
true, but I don't think the Chiefs can.
And they can't run. They can't run. But you know what they choose to do on every first down? Run up the middle for negative yards.
don't think the Chiefs are going to score much in the game.
Well,
If they get to 17, they cover.
Andy's talking about blasting throats, though. Tickling tonsils. Does that make you uncomfortable, Tim?
I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't hear that line.
He did say that.
He
Okay.
said that we're going to tickle your tonsil on every play for the rest of the year. I actually went back to watch his presser, his Monday media roundup, because I wanted to see it.
Did he come in through the wall? Oh yeah, time for the presser.
I'm not going to count them out.
I don't count them out. I just think that the Texans are a bad matchup for them, and I think that down those tackles and with that pass rush, Mahomes is going to have very little time, and they're going to turn the ball over.
I know he's going to be great. I'll take the Chiefs.
Okay.
Like, what's the difference between them and Denver
Who?
defensively? The Texans.
Yeah, all of it, even offensively.
Even offensively, yeah.
Anderson is slightly better than anybody
I would say that
Denver
the
has.
pressure that the Houston is able to generate is better than Denver. I would say that top to bottom, all three levels, Denver has a better defense, but it's pretty.
Sure.
It's razor thin close.
And when they played, the Chiefs couldn't move the ball. Could not move the ball.
Okay, I'm switching. 3.5. Chiefs win.
There's no 3.5. There's
It's
three.
three flat on the show, Jeff.
Too bad. You picked, then you
Hey,
change
but
your
you're
pick.
right.
You're
I'm
locked
not
into,
gonna make you
you're
lose
locked
the
into
bet
Houston.
again.
Because I can't
Yeah, it's fine. It's
pencil
fine.
over Houston with another KC.
I was telling Tim, Pat, in a little reprieve, that I hope in some weird way that because it looks so obvious that the Patriots are going to win the 1 seed, and with a lot of head-to-head left in the South, it seems plausible that Denver will go into the last week of the season unable to catch the Patriots, but locked in the 2 seed, that they'll play no one, A, to rest, and B, to let the Chargers box out the Chiefs.
I just think if the Chiefs can win
Tim
their
doesn't
games,
think I'm crazy.
I don't. No. I think I actually agree with you. Particularly since, given that Denver's the 2 seed, you'd be the 7. They'd rather play you
as
than
a
the
part
Chiefs.
of this conversation. If the Chiefs have a chance in Week 18, presumably they've beaten the Broncos in Week 17. They might actually need to win that game.
Maybe. But like Jeff said, like it's what the
think.
Yes,
the Broncos make, but that's actually part of what would.
I'm
clinch
literally
the 2 seed
cheering
for the
out for the Broncos to.
the Patriots would have the 2-game
game
lead.
like the Broncos now go Packers, Jags after they play the Raiders. Packers, Jags, Chiefs, Chargers. They might need to get some wins here.
Yep.
Like they
To do
should
what?
win. What's that?
Wins for what?
Well, they're 10-2 right now. They'll be at 11-2. But now they play 4 all completely losable games that they might need that game in Week 18.
That's why you don't want to hear it, but like your division record is so strong, Jeff, that like you do have this trump card. You're 4-0 in division. If you take care of business.
The Chiefs almost cannot pass the Chargers because even if they win the head-to-head and tie the season series, the Chiefs have already lost 2 division games. The Chargers have already won 4 division games. And then if that tiebreaker ends 4-2 for each of them, then they'll go to conference record. The Chargers are 7-2 in the AFC.
Well, I think you have a chance to like catch the Broncos is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
with
or it
your
goes
record.
completely the other way. Like 0-5 is on the table the rest of the season, Jeff, for the Chargers.
Oh
looking at
yeah,
the
of
schedule.
course.
It
Of
is.
course, but like it's an average of 4 games where the spread's probably going to be under 4 in all of them, 5. Like they could lose all of them, but I'd say they'll pick one of them off.
And one of them might not be good enough if the Chiefs win out.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then they'll get week 7, week 18.
Yeah, that's right. They'll have their chance.
Pat.
If the Chiefs
If the
win out,
Chargers
they're in the
don't get
playoffs.
Pat,
Maybe 11-6. They're going to be in.
Probably.
If the Chargers don't get a free roll in week 18, they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Well, we'll see. I like them this week, so we're going to get into this game.
Well, Monday Night Football, they're 3-point dogs at home against Philly.
The 2 teams that Tim said were the team to beat in the AFC both missed the playoffs. That'd be fucking the funniest shit ever.
It would be pretty funny.
Oh my God, you got the whatever. Good graphic.
But both the teams.
He doesn't like the graphic.
No, I said good graphic.
He said good graphic. What does this line go to? Because I'm pretty sure this line is indicating that Herbert's gonna play, and I think that Herbert is gonna play.
I do too.
If anyone has watched Herbert over his career, I think you'd be shocked. If you would be very surprised if he did not play, as would I.
Agreed.
There's some reports out there where he'd actually be more comfortable on Monday than he was in the game he came back into. You could tell there was a hard cast under that glove.
Yeah, his hand in the shocker formation.
So Madison had a night.
Or he did.
Tim, you uncomfortable again?
I'm teasing your Chargers up. The last part of my teaser.
Here's
I like them to win on the field. I don't understand how you can pick the Eagles on the road laying points when they haven't figured it out yet.
they haven't,
They
but
could blow the shit out of it. They can
every-
outline the Chargers even if
every
don't see
time
it.
I've watched the Chargers play a competent pass rush, it has gone very poorly over the past 6
Yeah, I
weeks.
get it, but like the Eagles' offense is in such molasses, and they're not. I just can't.
Are
in
the
good
Vikings
conscience-
a confident pass rush?
Not really. They just blitz a lot.
I
Fair
can't.
You can-
enough. Yeah, and
you can
Herbert's a
be-
good blitz beater. Yeah,
He's
fair enough.
and they were able to use Vidal to, and like Hampton might be back for this game.
Well, so here's the thing that I keep going to, and I've never really brought X's and O's into this thing, but in the Jags game, they did not. All through this offensive line stuff, they've run with fullbacks and extra tight ends and more guys back there, and they've been good at it. Like the Pittsburgh game last week, the Viking game, but in the Jacksonville game, they literally just decided we're gonna like man up with our line. And they know they cannot do that. Hampton being back would be clutch because he's like a top tier pass protector. But it's good to see that, Vidal's shown out. I mean, other people smarter than me have told me they're betting the Chargers, which I was like, that gave me some hope. If you think the Eagles offense is freaking horrible, the Chargers defense is as healthy as it's been all year. I think it has its full complement, and maybe they could slow them down. I'm gonna pick the Eagles though. I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
These teams are similarly constructed defensively, that they're both pretty good against the pass, very weak against the run by and large. And eventually, like maybe unless Barkley is cooked.
I'm not picking Philly until Philly proves that they can get back to some modicum of form.
But I
can't
feel
lay
like they
points
can
at
win
them.
this game like they beat Detroit 2 weeks ago. Like
Agreed.
16 to
Pat.
10.
Maybe. I can't lay these points and in this spot, and I won't do it.
Okay.
It'll be a heavy crowd, right? And it's not like people come on vacation. It's like just the amount of
Philly fans.
Philly fans just in the LA area. Like that's enough to fill SoFi. That'll be a shit show. I think the Chargers will be really coy all through the week, though. Harbaugh's old school. I'm fully convinced Herbert plays, but I don't think the Chargers are going to give you anything on that. They're going to just use that to their advantage. And one thing I did like hearing, because it was really frustrating me in the Raiders game where I was like screaming at the TV to put Lance in on the short yardage stuff, is it seems like they're doing extra goal line work, short yardage work with Lance. Hopefully he can run the tush push, or with Conklin, who's also going to be getting some reps. So maybe even weasel in like a Lance or Conklin for touchdown bets, because they could be doing the short yardage stuff. Herbert won't be. Just something extra to think about.
I don't think that Harbaugh needs to be coy here. I think if you're Philly, you prepare for Herbert, and if it's Lance, you celebrate.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would think so.
That's true. I'll give you first option. I don't think you'd want to, but I told Pizzola, if Lance plays, I'll go in studio for his stream.
Oh, really?
Like I don't care. Like, no, I phrased that wrong. I care, but like I'll go into the night like shits and giggles. Like there's no way. There's no way. So if you want to watch me stream for a Chargers game, hope it's Lance.
Pray for Lance. Get Geoff live in studio with Pizzola and that other guy. The mix of Tim and I.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be there on a Monday, but and for all you it's like a Monsters Inc. game. Alternate feed.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
It's like the Slime Time game, but with Monsters, Inc.?
Yeah. And maybe if I'm angry and frustrated, I'll watch that feed.
Make it fun.
I can't imagine that would be like a punishment. Like I make a bet, I lose a bet. I have to watch a full Chargers game in the Monsters Inc. feed. I would be losing my mind. I can't even tell you. Oh my God. That sounds horrible.
Superlocks for the week. I'll go first. I'm taking Cleveland -3.5. Take it from me. I'm 3-9 this year on Superlocks. Seemed like none of you guys were like super confident in any of these games.
Torn.
You really liked Houston and the Chargers.
I like the Jets too.
My alternate choice was going to be Chicago plus 6.5.
I really like the Lions.
Thursday night has not been kind.
Tempted to say Dallas, but I won't.
Detroit. I'll take Detroit.
-3 for Tim.
Felt the strongest about that game, I think.
This might be crazy, but I'll go Vikings.
Vikings -1.5 against the Washingtons. And your 6-point free money teaser is Jets, Green Bay, Rams, and Chargers.
Double LA, 4 games.
Wonder who gets you. Bet you it's the Bears.
The Jets. Jets always get me.
Chargers on
The Jets
Monday.
always get me.
Yeah, have it go into the Monday, then the
Then it's
Chargers,
the Chargers,
get you.
yeah.
Because Trey Lance ends up starting and they end up being 10-point dogs.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
unfortunate.
sorry. I know you asked, but what is it? What do we think? What did you say you think the spread is? If it's Lance, 9?
9,
He always
yeah.
says it won't go through 7. I think he's wrong.
I think it'd be 7.5.
The only way he says that is if he believes that this line already has partial
Lance baked into
triage
it.
in it. Yeah.
Well, let's say it
No,
was
because the advanced was
2.5?
before the injury. It was like 2.5, 3.
Okay.
so.
Okay. I think it would get to 7.5 or 8.
yeah, it'd be tough to back Lance.
It would be. But his Eagle team has been so.
It's a problem though. Whatever's going to
Ugh.
be on his hand is a problem. Because he can, when he runs, he can move the ball. And I believe his interception at the goal line was caused because he's sort of double clutched. But he's not a tapper. Justin
looks
doesn't
like a
pad the
falconer.
ball when he's
He
firing.
does.
He looks like he should show up to the Greenbrier.
He does. He looks like a falconer with that long glove on.
I think the Chargers have a better chance with Lance Harbor at quarterback than Trey Lance.
I don't know. Trey Lance has been there all year, and like Harbaugh is a good coach. You bet you he's been coaching him up. I bet you for one game he could give you something that wouldn't be.
Not against the
Wouldn't
Eagles.
kill
If
you.
it was like a lower tier defense, then maybe. But
I think he could be like a neutral.
Now,
contributor.
if Trey Lance started, how many points would the Eagles need to win the game? 9?
No, I think
No,
like 24.
it depends on what the Chargers did offensively. Like if he went and like called his brother and he was like, "Look, remember that first year Lamar started? Can you hand us that playbook and we'll run that with Trey Lance?"
A lot of
But
running.
then Greg Roman, wasn't Greg Roman that coordinator?
Yeah,
He might
he
have
was.
the book.
So maybe they do have that look, but like if you can minimize the amount of times Trey Lance has to throw the ball, and I already said like
I think Trey Lance threw 4 interceptions in a preseason game. That's against 4 stringers.
Yeah, I know.
but it's just if you don't let him throw, you could run like a wishbone rush offense. You try to win the game 13-10. The Malik Willis and the Tebow offense.
the Eagles are dumb. The Eagles could totally lose a game like that.
Yeah, they could.
Their fans would want it in some ways. I honestly think that they like it. They like when their team is bad. What
Their
makes
team
them
isn't bad.
They're
Their
not
team's
even
like
bad.
first in
I
the
know,
NFC.
but when they're not like firing on all cylinders, that's when they're happiest.
Okay, but like they just won the Super Bowl. They're 8-4.
I know.
get things aren't right, but I don't get. And I don't get me wrong. If you're at a game, I actually think you can boo. Like you can boo your team in the locker room at halftime.
They were booing Seattle off the field this week. They were winning 26-3.
It's more than like the stuff at the game. It's just the overall vibe from the fan base. Less than like 10 months after winning the Super Bowl, they're not 4-8, they're 8-4. It's just and they'll just say they're born that way. So good for them.
Yeah, they revel in misery.
Is there like an overly positive fan base? St. Louis Cardinals?
Yeah, Cardinals fan base does seem pretty happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, but you said they're like not even relevant. They're like the Chargers. They're not even relevant to be happy.
No, they're relevant because like people who are 100 years old are like, oh, the St. Louis Cardinals. What a franchise.
Habs fans are friendly.
Yeah, real friendly. They'd be putting their cigarette out on you. Hey, Englishman. You know how it goes in Montreal.
I mean, all the Jags fans I know, which is Emerson, are really positive people. So maybe the Jags are a very happy-go-lucky
That's because
franchise.
he's seeing big hogs once a week at the gym. He's got a hog detector. Only big hogs. He's never met anyone with a little hog. He's just a very positive person.
Very positive.
It's just like that homeless man that looked like you. He's very positive about that guy too.
Have such expensive dogs.
Expensive looking dogs.
dogs.
Expensive looking dogs. All right, that'll do it for us on the Pat Mayo Experience. I want to thank Jared, Dayton, Geoff, and Tim Andergus.
Tim and Cust.
Name?
for being here today. Did you like your reggae version of the?
It was funny. It was funny.
Maybe we'll have more versions.
I'm certain that we will.
Next week's thumb is going to be you as Bob Marley. And then we'll get canceled.
Yes, we will.
But you primarily
Oh.
for doing blackface. Jeff? Oh, Jeff hasn't seen this week's thumb.
You
Oh,
did
yeah, yeah.
blackface, Tim?
No, you haven't seen this week's thumb, Jeff.
This week's thumb is amazing, Jeff.
I'm excited.
It is you as Robin Williams in the birdcage.
Okay.
And me as Nathan Lane.
And what's Tim?
He's not on it.
I'm not in everyone. You're not in
He
everyone.
gets to be Hank Azaria.
I guess, yeah, Tim had a
don't wear
couple
the
solo
shoes.
ones last week, actually, now that Yeah, he was solo as the Pilgrim, and he was solo with his Corolla.
Yeah, so now it's
Yeah,
time for
so-
some me and you back in the show.
Exactly.
Right.
This was a big you show, Jeff. It was.
It was a Jeff show.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, carry the load. I'm under the weather. I'm sick.
Yeah.
Cust and I are not feeling well. We don't have the vibes. You brought the energy today.
You bolted up, you might say.
It's
Look
like
at that.
it's almost like you were channeling when you used to host Fienberg.
Oh, yeah. Good old times. I just, you know what I realized with that? And I know you guys might think I'm lying, but if you actually think about it and you follow me long enough, I really don't engage with Chargers Twitter at all.
Yeah, why
Like-
not?
At all. I engage, I give my own thoughts, but you never see me as part of Chargers Twitter. I don't know.
Have
No,
you
they're
ever
not for
joined
me.
a Chargers upvote party on Reddit? Did
What
you
does that
join the
even
upvote party this week?
I've participated in a few upvote parties in the past.
I don't even know what those are.
It's like
I've never
Dolphins
heard
suck. Upvote it.
Yeah. Usually if the Bills or Patriots or Dolphins lose, there's that upvote party.
the whole division won. So which
I know.
Reddits were you in?
No. Honestly, not many this week.
Yeah, give us a deep dive into.
No, I really haven't been in many this week, but you know what? I bet you Eagles Reddit would be fun right now.
No.
That might be actually where I do need to go. Or Steelers.
Did you know that ChatGPT gave me some Cust Corner topics
Did they?
in the voice of you? That's
Okay.
where I got the Cust belief that turkey is a tier D meat.
I like turkey.
Yeah, see, it doesn't know you that well.
Yeah, exactly.
Cust claimed that holiday parties should end at 8 p.m. sharp so people can get home at a reasonable
I
hour.
actually don't hate that take. I like the idea of a matinee party. Have it on a Saturday, starts at noon, ends at 5, 6 o'clock. Not the worst idea, actually.
Cust insists that caroling is intrusive unless he likes the selection of music.
They have an opinion on caroling.
Why he thinks that leaving lights up all year is, quote, fine if they're neutral colors.
I don't know about that. What's a neutral color? White?
How about New Year's Eve is just a scam to make you tired the next day?
I don't like New Year's Eve. We've talked about this on the show. I think New Year's Eve is a scam. I don't understand these people who stand out at Times Square at 8 o'clock in the morning for the ball to drop at midnight. Watch it at home where it's warm.
Cust trying to convince everyone that December 23rd is, quote, the safest day to travel because, quote, no one else thinks it is.
I don't even understand that.
Cust explains why artificial trees are, quote, more authentic than real ones. These ones are teetering on something you might say.
Because they're more true to you because you can design them the way you want and you can keep them decorated all year and just wrap them in saran wrap and then bring them back out. And
Jeff, do you think that Cust stance that wish lists are rude for Christmas and then everyone should just intuit what he wants?
Yes. But Tim, how do you feel, man? Subway wants $50 now for a free gift. With
this is going to come up in a little bit. And we're going to have to.
coming up. Save it. You can tease
Exactly. We may have to go elsewhere.
Cust insists that Secret Santa should have a minimum gift value of $5 to keep things fair.
I do think if you're going to do Secret Santa, there should be a hard cap.
A maximum or minimum?
Both.
What is the maximum and minimum?
No more than 20, no less than 5.
it. The hell is 20? You can't even get lunch for 20.
Yeah, inflation really took out Secret Santa.
Give somebody a $20 gift card.
Why Cust believes gift cards are thoughtless, yet he only wants gift cards.
They're not thoughtless. They can be.
Cust insists that yellow lights are a challenge, not a warning.
You should
See,
buy your
that's
gift
the
cards.
That is the opposite of what you think.
Yellow means slow down.
There's a lot of these ones. Oh, this one actually sounds like something you would do. Although I know that it's better for you to have this. The theory that backup cameras make drivers worse because you trust the robots too much.
Well, yeah, but I need a backup.
You do need a backup camera.
I trust my backup camera a lot.
Yeah. I was thinking about when I teach my
They
kids.
put those in Corollas?
Stop it. You just stop it, okay?
I was thinking about when I had
Don't
to
you have
teach
a
my kids how to
master's,
drive.
wish book to be circling 17 items in?
No, I just had to intuit what he wanted.
Which was everything.
Yeah, just the whole,
Everything,
the
please.
whole page.
Don't try to deny it.
That's a wrap. Carried the show. It's over. Let's get out of here.
That will do it for me. I'll be back on Thursday with Cam and Rob. No DraftKings show this week unless we get super frisky, which I don't plan on doing because I will be away for the weekend. We will have a Sunday Night Live. Cust will not be there. It'll be me and Pete Overzet live from Kansas City. 1 week only, all right? So tune in then. I'm Pat Mayo. I'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!